really throw it up and just start throwing action surges randomly everywhere too.
I knew what I was forgetting. Oh well, we've already
But you
scuffed it. Forgot to put up my links. That's okay.
Uh-oh. Now nobody will know we're here.
Unacceptable.
No,
We don't
all
even
of
know we're
Twitch
here.
doesn't know I'm here. That's
We don't
okay.
even know we're here.
While I go and I throw my links around literally everywhere, someone wants to do the honors of catching us up on last week's.
Oh yeah, so Kyron almost got arrested. Yasha's a good boy. And then Lamine and Mortarin did their usual shtick of nothing ever happening to them except the fact that they're always together.
Yeah.
You know,
Never
despite
mind
being
the
the
fact
goodest
that
of boys,
Kairon
it's amazing that
totally,
Yasha
threw
gets all the.
himself into
Oh, yeah.
the mist of blades, so that the boy can get there unscathed. Not that there was ever a concern about that happening.
Yasha's literally the person that can walk through explosions and be completely fine.
Yeah, not even registered there was an explosion.
Yeah.
Was an explosion? Yeah, it was the meth
Explosion.
house.
Ah. There was a meth house? What's a meth house?
Topical.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Lamine. What's
Like-
a meth house?
Nope. Not explaining that one.
Nope. That's all you get. It's just nope, and Lamine walks away.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Mortarin, what is a lit meth house?
Mortarin is gone.
Oh, well, I guess there's only one person then. Kyron. What's a meth house?
boy.
Lamine walks over, picks up Kyron, leaves with him.
Hey, wait! My nose!
No. Not need to know
My
this.
curiosities.
The boy needs to learn.
Oh, not this, he doesn't.
Hey, Roland, what's a meth house?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
As Lamine,
He gonna be like, what the fuck did you learn that from?
as Lamine
Roland
just
is a coin
continues to move everybody in this entire world away from Yasha.
Oh,
But
excellent.
yeah.
So to
So-
recap.
Oh, I was gonna do like from our perspective because I took notes while we were playing.
Lovely.
Yeah, I
boy.
just did the TLDR, like I fast
Um,
TLDR.
well, the dynamic duo of uncle and boy traveled to find in this lens for Tessa and traveled to the like
The B
this.
district.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. The merry-go-round or the carousel? What was it called?
Yeah, the merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
The B district has a particular trade route in which there's just travel. The vendors on carts just travel up and down the city in a big roundabout that's called the merry-go-round. Yay.
Yeah, we were assaulted by greenhouse gases and made our way to the merry-go-round, where we discovered that our target, Arwen, was in fact dead. And in trying to figure out why that happened, we discovered our homeboy samurai, Date, with his less abiding friend, Walter,
Mhm.
and confronted them about the situation. Found that there's a gaping hole in the center of Arwen's head as he laid on the ground.
Yep. Which,
And go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Don't let me stop you.
Let him stop you.
That's what I was doing. I was letting him.
No, do not allow me to do so.
Do not. But yeah,
um,
he's on the money so far. Yeah. All that were things.
So we turned his body around and discovered that he actually died from a rather gratuitous amount of stabbings in his chest. And he has a temperature-controlled bracelet which is broken and has some sort of connection with the company Yuki Wonderworks.
Yep.
Which is a mogul of sorts in temperature control technology.
A load of shit. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that.
They fuck with cold things.
and the culprit behind it, the child, outed himself, and we tried to get rid of him the proper way, but
Oh boy.
Yeah, as he was clearly the perpetrator and not anything else.
You were so close, and then you went there.
What are you
son
talking
of a
about? It's
bitch.
all correct.
There was a witness to to not quite the murder, but but somebody looting Arwen's body.
Right, the child said that the guy that he saw do it, or thought did it, looked a lot like Date,
Yeah.
and Uncle and the boy started to pick up on the trail, and I think we were in the middle of pursuit. I can't remember.
Yeah, you were making your way up along the merry-go-round route, so you were going to find out where this strangely garbed, I mean, maybe not so strange for the city, but this strangely garbed individual went. Yeah, as he described it, sounded like it was a wandering samurai that went and found his remains and sifted through them. But yeah, you're for the most part on the money. Some other small details is Walter, as bluntly as he put it, was saying that in some capacity or another, Arwen was involved with the Yuki Wonderworks, which is also known as it's more or less it's a yakuza.
Right.
It's a yakuza mob. They are yakuza,
and they are quite untraceable.
Yeah, they're a very difficult group to really come around because they're only really around and they're only really seen when they want to be seen. And when they are seen, they're usually as effective at trying to sell you their products as they are at trying to kill you. So, they make for great salesmen.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. It's a buy or die, I guess.
And they often say die.
Die.
It's a great marketing slogan, honestly.
Yep.
Kind of hard to say no, really.
Yeah. Another small detail that I did put some emphasis, but I think I kind of not undersold, for lack of a better term, undersold, was that they use their advertisements for their products are fucking everywhere, and they're
you did mention that. I didn't lock onto that because it was kind of like in the middle of something. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, there's like a shit ton of ads that no ad blocker could penetrate.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Their advertisements and their bills are like all over the city, and they play hard into the sex sells practice, which is very provocative imagery and very not really, how do I put it, to go with it, slogans that are very also vague and innuendo implying that really makes you think, like, are they selling ice control
product, or
are they selling products, or is this a brothel?
Yeah.
Right. I remember.
Could be an ice brothel.
Yeah. Now I remember now. Ice giant brothel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's their big thing, is that while their guys aren't always around all over the place, they sure advertise like they are all over the place with their fucking bills.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's kind of their presence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was your half of the session. Lamine and Mortarin. Let's get a little more into detail with your half, which was to say, you guys had to go to District C.
It was significantly less interesting.
Yes.
Not a whole lot happened. We had to go find Dark Elf Lady. We did find her after also interacting with Jin, unfortunately.
Yeah, you did have another run-in with Jin, and you rolled
of course we did.
so high that you actually
seemed pretty good.
You rolled the fact that you rolled your check so high meant that you were gonna catch him in a good mood, because it's just like nothing short of like a crit is gonna keep him from like fighting you for the information.
Oh my god.
He'll be like, "Oh, I'll tell you where it is if you can prove to me you're worth that information."
Telling me.
He's your guys' Majima.
Yeah.
More
Gotta
or
fight him
less.
constantly.
Yep, you're gonna circle around a corner and he's gonna pop out of a trash can sitting at the corner alleyway. You know, all that and whatnot.
Sadly.
Anywho. Yeah.
Otherwise, we got the Dark Elf, or Dark Elf Lady. Talked a bit, learned that all of her stuff had been yoinked by the Merchants Guild, quote unquote Merchants Guild. A Merchants Guild that are neither merchants nor a guild.
They are not a guild. They are not merchants. These are straight up just another gang. As
Yep.
problematic as the yakuza known as the Yuki Wonderworks.
Learned a little bit. Then we headed back to tell Tessa that, oh, there's some problem. We got some problems getting your things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Got back without any issues. Absolutely nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well, you were kind of blocked a bit, but we got through just fine.
Yeah, the dice were like surprisingly really fucking nice with encounters.
That was cool. That was nice for us. Go back, talk to Tessa. And now
Constant
we
guards
are
blocking
gonna go-
every street.
We're gonna go fight some gangs now, it seems.
Yep.
Yep.
Hopefully.
You guys kind of
Basically,
came to the conclusion that these streets need to be cleaned up a little of the
Yep.
trash.
We are making plans to do some gang warfare.
So
for
yeah.
this.
We're gonna set warehouses on fire.
We'll set ourselves on fire.
Yes.
Maybe, not do that part.
What, set the warehouses on fire?
No,
No.
both.
I mean,
I can
can't
set
stop
myself
you,
on
but
fire.
Please not set yourselves on fire.
All right. Burning hands target self.
That is not what I said. That is not at all what I said. Lemina's just dying like, no.
Damn, where can I find the nearest
Selective hearing.
kerosene dealer?
It's okay. Yasha's a monkey. He could probably last a pretty good while on fire.
Is not an excuse.
y'all
You
really
said
do
you
scare
could,
me.
You said Yasha could walk through an explosion and be like, there was an explosion, so we should put the theory to the test.
Yeah.
No. No.
I wipe my hands clean.
As do I.
All right.
I'm just literally gonna go over here and just, not my problem.
Oh my god.
God.
Well, in any case, yeah, the one small thing that you mentioned, Karen, that happened on both sides, and it was kind of in a small sentence, is that there was that unnatural heat wave, the
Yeah, the
greenhouse
greenhouse
gases. Yeah, there was just a super
Yeah.
strange heat wave that just blasted you guys for about like a couple hours, and then just as suddenly as it hit you guys, it just went. And as you kind
And
of
it dropped
gathered,
like 30 degrees or something stupid
yeah,
like that.
it was like a 30-degree change. It went from being like, just mild temperature, like it's a little mild, little humid here and there, to just like you are literally just boiling in this city.
Wild.
Yeah.
Lamine and Kyron especially did not have a fun time.
No, you
Nope,
guys
that
would
was-
have had trouble if there was an actual fight. And been
Yeah,
like,
it's-
man,
it's
that armor
hot.
sure seems pretty warm on you guys.
I'm gonna need to shower.
Yeah, you guys are probably gross.
Yep, Lamine is aware.
Rolls in dirt. Much better.
I believe we had a stripping scene with Lamine even.
Oh
That
my.
Yep.
did not happen. I do not recall that.
Mordred was there and clapped.
I
You
remember the picture.
That also did not happen.
he did the cartoony wolf whistle,
Yeah.
and he was all like,
Okay,
"Whoa!" He's like,
Definitely did not happen.
he did a thing. It's that cartoon thing where it's like he does like the wolf whistle, and he goes hubba hubba, and then he like shakes his leg on the floor.
Eyes
The
pop
the only
out.
thing that would happen if
Oh wait, are you
Morden saw
guys
that.
in hold up. Are you guys in chat? Hang on, let me I think I got a perfect emo for that.
Oh no.
oh boy,
Oh no.
can't
Oh,
wait.
it doesn't do
Like,
it on this one. Hang on.
Hun, you have the wrong character. That's the Godless campaign.
I know.
True.
I'm enacting wrong answers only mode.
Ah, here we go.
We noticed.
Perfect. It's this one.
Oh my god.
I mean,
That is
also,
correct. That is correct. Yeah, walking past all of these brazen images and advertisements saying that they're so beneath them, as Lamine just strips completely of the torso armor.
Yeah, because it's totally in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Totally. Obviously.
Yep. Completely.
I will admit, Mordred would have more interest in Lamine doing that than any of the advertisements around. I will admit that.
I mean, I think most.
Mordred being all like,
mostly
"How
out of
dare you?
concern.
How dare you look at our fellow traveling companion and adventurer like that? How don't you dare objectify Lamine in that way? Lamine, you look great, by the way. Carry on."
You look
You know what? That actually kind of sounds on par for.
She's majestic. Yes, she is.
So who's ready for the inevitable part where Yasha looks at these ads and goes, "Man, why do I feel funny?"
Jesus fucking Christ! All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move this
that's
along
time
to
to
this session.
Visibility.
It's time to segue to the next section.
This is
Mushroom cloud.
I'll take a moment. I don't know if Van's in today, but if you guys take a look at stream real quick,
That is
Van was
exactly the
really Van was really cool with making these little nameplates. They're really great. They're kind of tricky to fit all together, and they might look a little scrunched. But honestly, it was like really nice of them. Like, you didn't have
I love
to,
'em.
and didn't even ask, and it was just really cool. So check it out. New nameplates. But yeah, if Van's here, or Van turns up later, we'll give him a thank you, and I'm sure Van will appreciate.
You the real one.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh.
oh god, oh god.
oh.
In any case, yeah, where we last left off, so we had Yasha and Kyron pursuing a potential lead of a samurai who's somewhere in this, in the District V, and then we had Mordred and Lamine going off into, heading towards Grand Central and making their way towards, the Hanging Garden, if I remember.
Yes.
Yep.
Yay! We have poverty.
Hello, Shadow.
Oh,
Yep.
hey Shadow.
Hello.
Good. Good.
Glad you can make it.
You made it.
Yeah.
Just in time. It was after the recap, but that's okay, we can say it again.
Poverty, what's a meth lab?
No,
Oh God.
it's not relevant.
No, this is not relevant.
It's very relevant.
It is not relevant.
No, it's not.
Help me!
Do not help him.
Do you want to go back in the box?
Yes.
No!
Damn it.
Sadly.
Alright. Well, boss, where would you like to start?
I guess we'll have to do a quick recap for you, Shadow. That's no problem.
The
Well-
usual has occurred.
Yeah, the usual,
TLDR,
has occurred.
The usual things have occurred. Karen and Josh are getting into trouble. Nothing's happening to Lamine and Morden except we keep running into Jin because we are unlucky.
Yeah, Jin reared his goofy head again.
Oh.
The party had split up. Since you were out last week, what I ended up doing is that I had Poverty kind of follow along Roland. So Poverty, you were assigned to basically kind of help out Roland with making contacts with someone reliable in the Old Kingdom. That was actually a detail that we didn't cover, so it's glad you're here. But yeah, so Roland, while you two were off collecting two separate things, Roland was trying to find someone who can who's a reliable enough smith to be trusted, so that they can use the apparatus once it's finished, so that they can help locate the sword more effectively, because they need a smith to kind of work off of the metal. Now, obviously, they can't go around bringing the Star Silver around to any regular old dwarven smith in the middle of
Hey.
Old Kingdom, because that's a real fast way to let everybody know that you've got Star Silver, and a real fast way to lose it.
What?
Yeah.
Get the whole city on your ass.
So that was kind of more or less what you ended up doing for last week's session. The other party members split into teams of two. Lamine and Mordorin pretty much went and had to meet with this drow merchant. She was a tinkerer who had a special magnet for the device. Unfortunately, when they got there, the merchant had her entire store cleaned out. Not because of sales, but because she couldn't make ends meet and she owes a lot of money to the Merchants Guild. And the Merchants Guild were like, we're gonna take all your product then. And so they did, including the parcel that you guys were meant to pick up, which was the magnet. So yeah, you guys are one magnet out. And yeah, it was a little bit difficult for the party, for Lamine and Mordorin to find the place, because asking directions from a blind man is not really a great idea. But
This is true.
I mean, it's true. He can give you landmarks, but that's about it.
Sound advice.
In any case, the party ran into Jin, and thanks to Lamine's very, very high charisma roll,
Lol.
managed to catch Jin in a very, rare and amicable mood, even after he said that, you know, next time you guys meet, he's gonna fight you. But that high enough roll was enough to circumvent that. Oh, hey, Vin. Vin. I'm so terrible with names. But yeah, thank you again, by the way. I managed to put them together. They're a little scrunched, but they're totally awesome, and they actually work pretty well. So we'll be using
Thank you.
these.
It works nicely.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah. In any case, so that was the Lamine and Mordorin side, more or less.
Yeah.
Yasha and Kyron's side, they had to pin down a traveling merchant named Arwen who goes to another district, and in that particular district there's basically a big route that goes around the entire district called the merry-go-round. And in the merry-go-round, it's just all the merchants kind of they have like little, you know, moving stalls, and they just set up over there. And so what happened was they found him. Unfortunately, Arwen was murdered and all of his stuff got stolen. And so the party had a run-in. So Yasha and Kyron had a run-in with Date once more and the cops. The Tetsu guard ended up arresting Kyron because he wanted to create an opening for Yasha so that he could get Date's attention. And
Bunch of hard asses.
they're doing their job, man. But yeah, they are hard asses. But
Not just
yeah,
the Tetsu guard.
it's okay because they let him go. But they got pissed. But they also got to meet the infamous kingpin himself, Walter. As it turns out, another bit of detail is that Walter is a much different man than the fabled, the fabled renowned crime lord was. For one thing, he's missing an arm and partly, messed up. So if he's off doing crime, it's probably not, he's probably not going to be running around robbing stores and stuff. He's going to be having someone else do that, if anything.
But he's also 100% grumpy.
Yeah, he is the grumpiest fucking detective ever. Like, imagine Dr. House, but he's also, like, even more grumpy and more annoyed about everything.
Can't be bothered.
Yeah.
That dude sucks.
He's just got a bad attitude all the time.
He was talking a lot of mean shit about Yasha, and I was like, man, I want to take this dude's jaw off.
I mean, it's because Date was like sugarcoating everything with his questions, and then
Being
fucking
all
Walter
beating
was
around the
just
bush.
like, he's just like, quit. It's like, quit going indirect about this. He's too stupid to understand.
I'll just ask him straight.
Just ask him to it straight.
Literal donkey hat.
An actual bastard.
An actual bastard, just like an actual criminal.
So yeah, as it turns out, the two got to help out in the investigation a little bit, and from what they gathered, one, this Arwen guy had some sort of association with another criminal group known as Yuki Wonderworks. Yuki Wonderworks is, well, they're a Yakuza, and they are also a company of sorts that deals in temperature control, dealing with a lot of temperature things, specifically for ice. So anything that requires usage of like cooling or ice, that's kind of their forte. And their advertisements are literally everywhere. And it's pretty easy to catch notice of them because they go really hard into the whole sex sells thing.
They're
So,
barely family friendly.
yeah. They are not family friendly. They definitely have they go as provocative as possible with their advertisement. But yeah, that aside, they're another gang, and they're very rarely seen, and they're usually only seen when they want to be seen. But yeah, their guys are usually just like specialized into either, killing or beating the shit out of people or selling new products. They're very, very good salesmen. It's the as we were joking earlier.
Very good song.
You either buy or you die.
It's actually a legendary sales slogan.
It really is.
Truly amazing.
Buy or die. Damn.
Buy or die. I think that mostly covers everything. The one other thing is in the middle of everything there was a random just heat wave that just hit, and it just came out of nowhere and lasted for like 2 friggin' hours and then just went. And you would know this, Brosnov is subject to the heat waves, but the nature of this heat wave was like so bizarre and freakish. Like it like came and went like out of nowhere. It was definitely an unnatural heat wave. So
Wonderful.
yeah, so that's another detail to kind of keep in mind. I think that covers mostly everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mine.
Chatter, did you have any questions, comments, or concerns?
No, I don't think so.
Alrighty. Well, with how we last left off, I'm gonna say that since you guys caught up with Roland, Mordred and Lamine, you guys will be linking up with Poverty as well.
Yep.
That's another detail. After returning back with no magnet, Lamine and Mordred kind of came to the agreement that they want to help clean up this city a little bit and help out that drow merchant who's in debt to the Merchants Guild. So
Yep.
there is that. So so you guys have a mind for that. And that's where I'll leave you 3 off at, and then I'll leave I leave Kyron and Yasha off at pursuing this samurai that may possibly have the item you were sent for.
We can hope.
Yeah. So
Can help,
I leave
yes.
it to the party. You guys decide what you guys want to do next. Which half
Oh,
wants to
boy.
do what, or who wants to go, and then we'll just pick it up from there.
That is terribly arbitrary.
That's a good question.
My vote is for Lamine and Morderin to go first since they had very little action last time. I feel like there's going to be some kind of, I don't know the word for it, but you're going to be redeemed in this session, I feel like.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of action. Unless
Nope.
you're talking about embarrassing Morderin, then a lot of that would happen.
I'm okay with
Only if
either
he
of
leaves
these ones.
himself open.
He always leaves himself open.
This is
Mm.
true.
Mean anyway.
This is true. Phrasing. But true.
Yeah, because plan for what Mortar wants to do is that he's going to try to enlist more help because his brother would be very on board with helping clean out the city because that is something that he and Morton did essentially.
But we need to go find out where he is.
Yeah.
Which
So
means we get to meet Morden's family. Or rather, Lamine and Poverty will go meet Morden's family. It's a
Mortar's
mom.
like, "Hi, family. This is the first time I've seen you."
Nice to
God.
meeting you guys here.
Yeah, it's nice to meeting you guys here. So,
I'm
yeah,
okay with that.
you guys want to meet the fam? If they're home?
We can go see.
Alright. We go to meet the fam.
Yes.
I'm assuming Poverty's coming along with.
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. That's all
Poverty's like, Poverty's like, I want to see this.
This will be good.
Look, if we meet Maddox, she knows the person that got Ophelia to the city. To
That's true.
Valoderi.
Oh, well, then I need to thank her.
Him. But yeah.
Him.
Yeah. Boss, we are going.
Alrighty.
Going through. Yeah.
You make your way through Grand Central, which is kind of a bit of a trek, but what do you call it? It takes a sufficient amount of time, so we'll go ahead and roll to see if there's any encounters for that.
Can you imagine if you rolled on the encounter, everyone got Maddox, and I'm just like, I guess, never mind.
The demon.
We got
A
him.
demon.
Alright.
Demon.
So for this, I will say that you do have an encounter of sorts.
Of sorts.
Of sorts.
Of sorts. It's Jin again because
It's Jin.
fucking
No,
up.
I'm kidding.
we're fucking unlucky like that. It's like,
That's
oh my
funny.
god.
It's
Bruh.
Jin.
Bruh, y'all keep running into this guy like he's literally everywhere.
Well,
Like
it's just
he's
like
the only person in the
it's that
thing.
mechanic you said. Jin everywhere.
Jin everywhere. He's Majima, man.
Yep. Only solidified by this.
But in any case, yeah. So you do happen to have an encounter on your way towards Grand Central Station. Actually, there's strangely an
Fine.
absence of Tetsuguard, despite being the most Tetsuguard-laden place. And the three of you board onto the train. Which, by the way, I think what was the cost for that? Like 5 gold, 10 gold?
5 gold.
I think it was 5 gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
5
Quite
gold?
crazy.
What the
5
fuck?
gold. It ain't cheap traveling on the train.
Highway robbery.
Literally.
It pretty much is with that kind of pricing. It's like, damn.
It was a lot.
Oh, hold on one second.
Oh.
Since he's gone, does anybody want to see the new dragon I got?
Sure.
I'm always getting new dragons.
What else is there? Not that. Well, that dragon actually.
Look, it's a
Wait.
pretty dragon.
Wait, Martyrin's
Buy
got
the
a
back
dragon?
end. No,
No.
he does not have a dragon. I have a dragon.
He has a dragon.
Oh. That is
It's a pretty dragon.
some extra.
I'm confused.
He's just buying art again.
Oh, got it.
It has nothing, not really any relations to what we're actually campaigning about.
Yeah.
Not at
Nope.
all.
Just
Not
see
at all.
things.
Just wait until you see the 2 monsters I have for the Tails campaign on Tuesday.
Great.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Oh.
Anyways, you do board the train after you pay
Mhm.
the exorbitant fee. And oh wait, I have actually. There we go. So you do board the train, and it does It does take a while because you gotta go to B District, and the train from Grand Central to B District does take a bit. After a couple stops, on one of those stops, you do happen to pick up on some, people come, people go. However, there's a small collection of people that seem to stay, and you kind of get this crawling feeling that they've been watching you for some while.
Ooh.
Fuck.
And
Riot.
as the train leaves the station from A to B, it becomes pretty apparent these people are after you, and from both sides of the train car, a collection of gangers just kind of step out from their seats, and you see them start drawing weapons and start,
Oh,
making their way
shit.
towards you guys. So three on each side. So 3 in front of you and three guys behind you.
What race are they? What race are they?
Are there any elves among them?
Any elves among them? You know what? I'll roll for them.
Alright,
It's an all-elf gang.
that's fine. It is. It just mean to be more impressive for what Mordred would immediately do in that case.
Of the 6 gangers, there's 2 of them that are elves.
Alright.
One's a drow specifically.
That's fine. For the concentration of, cause unless if it's like 2 of them are like
That's
on
it.
one side. Actually, it could be 1 on each side. Whatever. At any rate, the group of 3 that has the least amount of elves in it.
Sorry, I'm back.
Border just going to immediately cast sleep on them.
Oh boy. Now is that a will save for them, or I forget?
That is not a save at all. I just rolled dice.
Yep.
Alright.
Sleep.
Yep. And I'm assuming this will be okay in the bounded zone because this doesn't do damage.
Just knocks you out.
Just knocks you out. Yeah.
Something tells me we're not exactly in a full bounded zone anyway if these people are breaking out weapons.
Yeah.
Are they like actual weapons or are they improvised weapons?
Some of them have improvised. Some of them have actual weapons. Like, they've got like swords and shit.
Casting it at 8th level. Not 8th level. God.
At 8th level!
8th level cast.
They're definitely asleep.
Everyone
Nice.
sleeps.
On top of that, roll me initiative.
Oh my god.
37.
Okay. You'll be able to knock out. Hold on a second.
37
Oh.
bandits.
I didn't even know there was 37 of them.
Holy
Well,
shit.
you did now. If you cast 37, I put 37 bandits to sleep. Great, there's 3 more.
God.
We're doing great, guys.
Oh my god.
They're all minions.
Oh
This is good.
boy.
It was good.
5, 6, 7.
They can
Put it back
still
to-
roll lower.
Cutting back to Kyra and Yasha, being like, I sure hope Lamine and Mordrin are okay.
Mushroom
We're
cloud.
currently annoyed. That's what. Oh, mushroom cloud, right.
Mushroom cloud.
Sweet. I get to.
Well, hopefully at least some of them are asleep, but we'll see.
To mortar and poverty.
You knock out
and-
one bandit.
Nice.
That's one less bandit.
It's like Rumble on the Bronx when you cut back to him.
Okay, I need a roll for these lads.
Or don't. See if I care.
Wow, would you believe me that I'm rolling ones? Because I just
No.
rolled 2 of them. Okay, so...
That's.
Holy crap, guys, come on!
They're feeling lethargic.
Well, I'm gonna
No.
give the... I'm gonna give it like this. To the 2 elves that are attacking you will go first, and then you guys, then everyone else.
That's fine.
Oh my word.
Yeah,
The non-elves are feeling lethargic.
Outside of the 2 decent rolls, I didn't roll higher than a. Actually, no. My highest rolls were like a 7 and a 10.
Capital.
Man.
But that wasn't
Man.
total. That was, you know, I rolled what do you call it? I rolled a 10.
Well,
that's
I
the
mean,
that's the highest.
I mean, all 3 players that rolled didn't roll
Or
higher
13.
than a 5, so you feel better?
We're in for one of those fights,
It's
aren't we?
it's real weenie hours.
It's one of those fights, ain't it? Oh.
We're about to come in clutch.
I mean, I should feel so bad for the DM rolling low. Boo-hoo.
Oh,
I know, right?
How much did you say the train was? 5 gold?
Yeah.
Fucking ludicrous, man. This train asks for more money than some people see their entire lives.
Actual highway robbery.
Fucking ludicrous is right. What a terrible rapper.
I agree.
I like
Now you
Yo.
know why people are so destitute in Brosnov.
You can't afford to pay for the fucking train rides to get to work.
Can't afford to wake up in the morning.
Can't even afford to die, so you're just there, existing.
Right.
Death
Except
is
that
not-
costs money too.
Death
These
is not a
bandits are gonna learn
profitable, aspect.
real quick that
Much
fucking
I hate
with
this
these guys
city.
is not a great idea.
They have made a mistake.
They have made a mistake.
Lamine would really have liked to have been able to talk to them before they make a mistake, but they really wanted to make this mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're geared up to do something if they're gonna attack somebody in full plate.
Yeah.
Um,
They're fucking dumb. That's what they are.
It's like you don't just charge the dude in power armor. There's a reason for it.
I mean, you hope so, but orcs do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, orcs do that all the time. Fallout 4 bandits do that all the time too. They have even
Yeah.
less reason
I
to
mean,
do so.
Their reason is that they're coked up on whatever stupid drugs and they think they
Warp dust!
Yeah, they're
They can
hopped up
they
on
can
they're hopped up on coke on some fucking coke and go
Some
juice and think they can
jets.
kick the shit
Get
out of my
some
pet
jet.
cat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rimworld just kind of stepped in there for a second. Anywho,
It's
The
always
elf-
relevant.
Rimworld is always relevant. Anyways, yeah, one of the elves are gonna come at you guys.
Bring it.
Let's
Bring
see.
Bring
Rude. Diplomacy or
Okay.
violence? These are the same thing.
So that will be at you, Poverty. What's your AC?
Oh, this stuff is fucked up.
15?
13?
15.
15, sorry. I got music going, so it's kind of sometimes hard to hear.
You just gotta pump up those beats.
Okay, well, wow, Jesus Christ. This guy
Play
has
some,
no fucking chill.
Play some what was it? Ah shit, it's escaping me. That cyberpunk game.
That's
Cyberpunk?
The one with
That's
Major.
Cyberpunk game.
Not cyberpunk. There's a million cyberpunk games that are good now, so it's nice.
Ah,
The one you're playing, or
Oh,
Vinny was playing
Ruiner.
recently? Oh, Ruiner,
Hybrid
yeah!
Rifle? Oh,
Just
Ruiner.
blast Ruiner at full volume.
Okay. So he landed 2 hits, one of them being a crit.
Oh my god.
So,
Good thing Poverty's with the 2 healers.
yeah. So, okay, so we'll just do that like that. That. Wow, holy shit. He rolled fucking low on his crit, so. 5 plus.
Wow.
Take 10 damage. As he fucking snake-eyed his, goddamn crit.
Good.
You bleeding bastard. As a reaction, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Critical.
What's the.
Give him
save?
critical sticks.
It's Dex.
Yeah, Dex 13.
13. He barely passed it, Jesus. Alright, I guess he'll take half.
No, go take half.
I gotta roll, hold on.
Yep. How dare you hurt? How dare you hurt daughter in front of mom and dad?
Yeah.
How dare!
16.
So 8.
Crits are poverty? Oh man, you have made a mistake.
Crap, we made a damn mistake.
So wait, 16
Damn
damage.
Hold on. The 2d10. Oh no, it's 3d10 because it's second level. Yeah. So yeah, 16 was the roll.
Okay,
But half.
That's so 8 damage.
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
8,000 damage, in fact.
And then the other elf is gonna come at Mordorin.
Oh no.
16.
AC 16. Ooh,
Everyone but the mom.
yeah.
Everyone but the mom. It's fine.
Ah,
Probably because they
Jesus.
see mom in the fucking full plate and they're like, maybe not.
It is fair, but
Only one hit
I know.
lands.
Fine.
And it is a whopping 6 damage.
Woo.
The Whopper button, you say?
Hit the whopper button.
Yeah.
We
Um,
got bagels.
One cheeseburger coming up.
yep.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. How much damage did I take? You said
Just
10.
10.
Yeah, 10
Okay.
total.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
It'll be fun if
I remember that in one of my friends' campaigns, there was a slime that got stuck in a suit of armor, and it could only converse by repeating words, and it got stuck with hamburger. It's all, and that's just what it would say before. It's like it was its word for being I'm hungry.
It's me. I'm Muse.
He couldn't get out of the armor, but man, he was just like hamburger. And like, all right, lifts up the little salad, and then they just shove food in there.
Jesus.
It's such a life when you're a
but
slime
yeah,
stuck in
boss.
an armor.
Hamburger.
I'm ready when you are, because Lamine's not ready for what Morgan's about to do.
Yep,
Oh.
it's you guys.
Fireball, centered on self.
Oh my god.
Nobody's prepared for that.
Well,
Especially not the caster.
because I think I go first out of everyone.
It's like wild magic, but you're the wild. You're the wild part.
Because
Yeah.
I rolled 7, Lamine rolled
It's
6,
Morgan.
and Poverty is 5.
Mordorin, Lamine, and then Poverty.
Okay, so Mordorin, Lamine, Poverty. Okay, and then the other 4
Ah.
clowns.
Yeah.
What do you
ouch.
target? Myself. What?
Huh?
I cast
Aw.
Detonate!
Oh shit.
Is
I
fine.
remember that spell,
was
boss.
cast.
Oh, such a good spell too.
It's such a dumb
I-
spell, but it's so great.
So
I
good.
automatically
use
take
over-
half damage, but everyone around me takes a fireball to the face.
Excellent.
Quick, use the FF14 variant. Cover yourself in oil and use self.
This seems like a viable
Well,
spell.
Mordorin is going to ignore the guy in front of him.
Oh,
Seeing that that someone dared to hurt Poverty, and he's going to guiding bolt him. Oh, that's a spell attack for me.
Lamine has some questions.
Yes, he will definitely have questions. Does a 16 hit?
16? Yes.
Okay.
You're striking at whom?
I am striking the one that Poverty is currently engaged with.
So okay.
And I forgot. I'm using guiding bolt at the 3rd level spell. So I'm adding 2d6 on top of this, so...
Yikes.
Ouch.
So he
Ouchies.
takes,
Jeez.
6...
That's a
no,
low.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is,
a
but
low.
it's alright. 16
Guiding bolt in a
radiant
nutshell.
damage, and the next attack roll made against this target has advantage.
Okay. He's barely hanging in there.
Alright.
He's like, ow, 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 ow.
No, I won't use, and then for my bonus action, again, to confuse the fuck out of Lamine, Warden was going to use his healing light to heal, Poverty for, let's find out. It is D6, is it just D6? Yeah, so it's just gonna be D6. Oh, wow. You know what? In that case, I'm gonna use 2. Wow. Well, Poverty, you heal 2 damage. Hooray!
He's still getting used to this whole I can heal thing.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Wow.
You got some scratches went away. It was nice.
Yeah. And now everyone's like, hold on, we got bigger things to worry about. But yeah, that's my turn.
Questions for later.
All right,
Fuck
next
this leader.
is Hardy.
No,
Me.
Oh, me. Sorry.
So the dude that just got guiding bolted, I'm gonna punch him.
Go for it.
I'm assuming punching by your great.
No, I'm just punching him. He's getting stocked with a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna get decked. All right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Make your roll. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All right. How much damage
Perfect.
is that?
Well, I don't want to. I was thinking about putting a smite on that, but I don't actually want to like obliterate him.
Smite punch.
So I think that would only be. I mean, well, it'd just be 5 then.
5 damage.
Yeah.
Remember that conversation we had earlier, boss, about the UPS guy decking that dude? Literally relevant. As Lamine literally just decks this dude. He just goes straight down. UPS man sent UPS yeah, UPS man sent him straight to heaven, same day delivery.
Yeah. He gets guiding bolted. I just grab him and just like punch downward across his face, just
Yeah.
into the floor.
You pretty much head slam him into the ground and he stops moving.
What you get? I have a second attack. I'm gonna go over to Mortar and, as a bonus action, cast Sanctuary on him. And then grapple the dude that attacked him, or go for a grapple. So athletic, well, whatever it is for them. Okay, it's an athletics or acrobatics, and they have to beat a 25.
Oh, alrighty. Let me take a look at that real quick. Athletics, and they need to beat a 25?
Yep, the elf that attacked Mordrin.
Wow. Yeah, that ain't happening. You got one in a
Okay.
hold.
I am going to drag him away from that, and were they both from one side, or was it like an elf on each?
There's an elf on each side, so it's 3 and 3. But like, you know,
Okay.
it's kind of a squabble right now. Everybody's literally just kind of crammed into each other, except for the
I'm
one
just
guy
gonna
who's
pull him
asleep.
away. I'm gonna pull him away from these two then, as best I can, and towards whichever side has more people.
So you're gonna pull that guy to wherever the side has more people.
Yep, I'm just gonna do my best to be a roadblock.
Okay, that will threaten attack of opportunity from 2 other people, just so you know.
That is fine.
So I'll just have them do the attacks of
So-
opportunity real quick.
So we're on a train. There's 3 in front of us and 3 behind.
Yep,
Well,
but they kind of
okay.
all
One's on the
jumped you
ground.
guys at the same time.
One is
Got it.
literally on the ground.
So we're like in the middle of everybody.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
in the center.
Okay.
Wow, okay. You get critted.
Okay.
And
Shit.
that's gonna be 13 damage.
I take 10. Because heavy armor master.
Nice.
Yep, that's gonna be my turn then.
Alright. Poverty.
So I'm gonna pull out my rapier and in my offhand I'm gonna hold a dagger. And that son of a bitch that hit me, I'm gonna attack him.
We killed him
he's-
for you.
No,
Yeah, that guy's
He's not dead.
Mom and Dad,
Who-
took
That
care
guy
of
is-
that.
No, that guy is definitely fucking crunched. He had 1 HP.
Who's around poverty right now then?
Probably the one. Actually, Mordrin's fine. Just
I mean enemy, like who's around poverty? Like how far away are they from me?
There's gonna be at least 2 people next to you, because, like I said, they all kind of jumped you, so it's a bit of a mosh pit. Where
Okay, so
you're,
they're like
you,
in my face then.
yeah, there's gonna be at least 2 people next to you, including the party members, except for Lamine, because she dragged one away with her.
Okay, I'm gonna attack one then. With my rapier.
Go ahead.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
God damn it.
Ooh,
Unless I.
nat 20.
Oh my.
Nice.
They have definitely made a mistake.
Poverty is pissed.
Bruh, these
All right,
fucking
so
bandits.
so there's been 5 crits so far in this game.
Yeah. 4
Yeah.
or 5. Yeah.
It's been 30 minutes.
Be like this
Hold on.
sometimes.
How does critting work again?
Double your dice.
Whatever dice rolls you're doing, you double it.
This includes your sneak attack.
Is he getting sneak attack? Is more than close enough?
I'm gonna say
Probably is.
yes, because it's just
Oh,
too
boy.
chaotic of a mess.
Alright.
So wait,
So-
is sneak attack 66?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. You're adding.
You double your sneak attack dice as well.
Oh my god.
So
yeah,
it's
yeah. No, this guy's
2d8,
fucking dead unless
Right,
you
so-
pulled a me. Don't pull a me, please.
2d8 plus. Oh my god. I mean, that's pretty nasty already. Starting.
Yeah, that is
Now-
already nasty.
So your sneak attack is.
Ooh. Oh man, that's. Oh god, I think that's 30 something.
37.
That's 37. That guy
37 damage.
dead.
Can that dude survive 37 damage?
I'm assuming no.
That guy fucking dies. As you run your blade into another bandit. See who you
Oh.
can get.
You can shank someone else with that dagger, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna 2-weapon fighting and I'm going to attack somebody else.
Yep.
The dude, like, right next to him.
$17.
That will hit.
So I-
Unfortunately,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, you cannot add sneak attack to that one.
Right. I don't get a modifier either, right? So it'd just be 1d4?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a d4.
One.
Little shank. That's fine.
A little shank. I don't
As
know.
a- As a bonus action, just for funsies, I'm going to use Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to make my eyes really dark black and have fire going in them. I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm baring my fangs.
Ominous.
It's one of the other. There's one of the other gang members just goes straight down. You just shank him.
Impale him, and now I'm growling at the other one.
And wait, how much damage was the other guy?
One.
One.
Just one damage.
He
I
got
gave him a
poked.
little paper cut, and now I'm growling at him.
You didn't
my
add your
fangs in his face.
dex?
He doesn't
No,
get
Uh,
it for that.
No,
Oh,
not
not
for
for this
two
one?
weapon. Yeah.
Okay,
There's an actual fighting style that lets you do that. He doesn't
Okay.
have it.
I see.
Still used it for rogue though, because 2 chances to get sneak attack. Or rather, second one if the first one misses.
God.
Damage is extra damage.
Well, good luck. 3 other bandits still up.
Yep. One of the bandits is gonna spend one of his actions just tapping the guy awake and be like, "Alright, get up!" The other bandit is gonna stand up and he's gonna make a quick attack at you. Let's see, who's he gonna stab? Oh, he's gonna go after Lamine.
Cool.
Stay on the map. Damn it. What was your AC?
18.
Oh, look at
He
that.
will land
lovely
one
tree.
hit.
Okay.
with. You'll take 4 damage from a dagger.
I take 1 damage.
Lovely. And then the last one will attack. That one will come at Poverty.
Stop attacking my child!
Now.
I mean, poverty is up in someone's face, to be fair at this point.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And you said your AC was 15?
Yeah, 15.
Okay, that's gonna be full hit.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Okay. Uncanny dodge does
It just halves the attack. Yeah.
just 1 or
From the single attack, I think. Like,
Yeah.
1 attack.
okay, because he landed all 3 hits, so I will take the highest damaging attack, and that will be halved. So let me do that real quick. Ooh, that's gonna be the halved. So just do that in half. So after the uncanny dodge, you will take 19 damage.
Jeez.
Yeah, these dudes are vicious.
I'm surprised they're not scared, considering. But, well,
They will be.
they will be.
Excuse me. And I think that's all the gang members. It does go back up top,
Which is the other gang members.
which is the
One
one of
I'm
the,
grappled.
one, which is one of the elves, and that's the one you've got grappled. And he's gonna attempt to break loose.
Okie doke.
He'll be like, "I'll let go of me." What's the
13.
13?
He has
Okay.
to get a 14, because if he hits a
He's
13,
gotta-
then nothing
He's
happens.
gotta beat it. Okay.
Yep.
He gets it.
Okay.
He gotta break free, and then he will make 1 single attack.
I did the main thing I wanted to do, which was to get him away from
He will miss.
everyone else. Okay.
And then it's you guys.
Oh. Time for, you know what? I actually will, if you thought, Border and Healing was, interesting, well, considering nothing is threatening him right now, considering, well, Poverty's in one area, Healing's in the other, time to cast Cure Wounds on Poverty and hope I don't fucking suck.
Always love
Yeah, Cure Wounds on the pause. Let's see. I'll use that as a second level spell. Heal her up a bit more. Yeah, heal Poverty for 13.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And then I have nothing else. Nothing else is a bonus action. What is this? Are you a bonus action? I think you're an action. Yes, an action. You know what? Fuck it. As a bonus action, just to confuse Lamine even more, I'll heal Lamine for a little bit. She healed for 5.
Ah. I see. Mini questions.
Well, Lamine, go ahead.
Okay, doke. By the way, because you did nothing offensive, Sanctuary is still up.
Yep.
As a I'm gonna get my attacks out of the way first. So Greatsword's coming out. I still not really. Yeah. Mean is gonna be half swording it pretty much, just hitting them with the pommel.
All right.
Because she still doesn't really want to kill them, but she doesn't. It's not really holding back otherwise. So let's just start with the elf then. I'm gonna start on him. You. I'm pretty sure that is not gonna hit. It was a 10.
No.
Second attack.
Now this is
16.
Elf, yeah.
Yep. Bonk him.
Bonk.
Bonk him with a
60 will
more
hit.
power. Okie doke.
Oh, kaboom!
And 10 pommel damage.
Pommel. Okay. Bonk.
I want to. I'm gonna cast. I'm tempted, but I'll save that. I do want to cast Shield of Faith onto Poverty
Hooray!
because it has range. So bonus action, Shield of Faith, Poverty. Your armor class is increased by 2.
So
Hooray!
AC 17 now.
Correct.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Next is Mordrin?
Poverty.
Or Poverty. Right. Sorry. Poverty.
Who's up around me? What are the races of the people around me?
Well, there is just the one elf. That's the drow. But the other guys are. They're some sort of humanoid.
Okay.
There's
And
gonna
Lamine has one of them, and how many are near me?
So there's gonna be let's see. So there's 2 that are dead. The one that's sleeping is up.
Yep.
So there's one. The elf is dragged away. And they're basically like out of the fucking mosh pit, fighting separately. Lamine. Yeah, Lamine is fighting the elf separately, and there's three on you guys basically. And they're various forms of humanoids. I'll say there's 2 humans and I don't know, a half orc. Yeah, 2 humans and a half orc.
Right. Yeah, I'll just attack one then with my rapier again.
The one you poked.
Yeah, the one I gave a paper cut.
Perfect.
Hello, welcome back, one.
And
10 will not hit.
damn, can I lucky dice?
Lucky
Yeah.
dice.
Lucky
If
dice.
you have luck, you can do that.
Lucky dice.
Lucky dice.
Work one's own luck.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Well,
That's not so lucky.
not lucky.
Oh, at least you still have your dagger.
You can still
True.
poke.
You can still poke.
While this is happening, I'm going to BRB.
Okay.
Okay.
We never saw Shen again.
Shen
That
has
was the
perished.
last time anybody heard from
Rip Shen.
Alright,
We only hear about him in stories about how he's still out there.
It just makes me think
Last-
of the guy whose dad went to go get cigarettes. 15
The
years
14
later, he's
squat?
still waiting in line.
Yeah.
14
Hey,
does
Dad.
not hit, unfortunately.
Go to the liquor. Go.
Mm.
Go to the liquor store. Hey, Dad, how's it going? Not much, just waiting.
No.
Wave to him every day.
Right.
Still wait.
That's it for me, man.
Damn.
Sometimes luck be rough.
Do be like that. The three gangers are gonna fight you guys. It's gonna be 2 on Mordorin and 1 on
You
Poverty.
might as well do all 4, man.
Well, there's only 3 of them, because
Yeah,
the other one goes before you guys.
exactly. So you might as well do all 4.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's gotta go roundabout. I'll wait for Lamine to get back so I can do that one because they're fighting out of the crowd.
Yeah. You can do the one
Out
for
Out of
Mordorin.
sequence.
So Mordorin,
Yeah.
first one's gonna come at you.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Sanctuary, don't you?
I do. So you have to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Do you know the
Which
DC?
I don't know. I do not.
Okay.
Well.
I'm gonna throw the one that's at Poverty then.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel like, man.
Your AC 17 now because of the +2, so
Yep.
that's gonna be only 2 hits and one of them's a dagger hit.
Dagger.
Oh god. So that'll be 15 damage.
Oh, good thing I healed you.
Two da-
Can I uncanny dodge it?
Yeah, so you'll, instead of 15, you'll be only taking, because it's from 2 sources, and I'm taking it off the higher one. So you'll take, my blank there. You'll take, 12.
I'm returned.
What's the
What's
DC for the
He's
wisdom
back.
save?
Oh, 14.
Thank you. 1 will pass for sure. 1 will pass. So, Poverty, you have unfortunately 1 more coming at you.
Wait, you mean me?
Well, because the guy has to attack something else, yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
Fortunately, only 1 hits and it's the dagger. So it'll be 5 damage. And then the other one, full attacking on you, Mordrin. Your AC is
16.
okay. Your 1 will hit and it's with the dagger.
Alright, I will. You know what? Fuck it. I will hellish rebuke him.
Okay. You will
Dex
take
save.
5 damage, and what's the dex save?
13.
He will pass with a 18.
Alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna use my last level 3 spell slot to deal 10 fire damage to him.
Just
This
blazing
one
through
will
those.
be- let's see.
Yeah, I have no level 3 spells to cast, so
You know what? Fair.
That guy. Alright, and then last, I say last, coming back to the top with the elf, Lamine, AC 18, yes.
Correct.
1 hits, and that's with the sword.
Okay, go.
So that'll be 7 damage.
Down to 4.
I say sword very loosely. It's like a shank the size of a fucking it's like a very long shank.
But it's
How are
technically a
these
blade.
punks like destroying us? Eh?
Hmm.
Said
not
how are
wrong.
I was just,
I don't.
Uh,
Lamine's doing pretty
you
okay.
I was gonna say, given that the fact these punks are putting up a fight means they're not your average punks.
They are
I mean,
they are
that's
they are
fair.
above average punks. There were 6
Yeah.
of them. This
Got it.
was meant to be a harder fight. think I found.
Yeah.
I think I found the template for what I want for my for when the gang members fight you.
To mention that they did think that they could actually take on someone who's,
Yeah.
you know,
The-
a walking
Yeah.
In
refrigerator.
full plate armor.
Yeah, we'll see if I can even the odds now.
That particular part isn't going too well for them.
they're
Sanctuary will fall off me, so
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah. Lamine, it's your turn.
no,
Order's
it's
turn.
not. It's my turn.
Oh, or Morgan, yeah.
Yep.
I got the
I'm
order
gonna
wrong.
use.
You're right back.
It's fine. Yeah, it's
Alright.
fine. Well, I'm going to choose a random dude, and I'm going to id insinuation them. Wisdom save DC 15.
Okay. Just a random dude.
Just a random dude, except for the elf attacking Lamine. Lamine
Yeah.
seems fine over there.
Okay, it's gonna be the guy that fell asleep and woke up. He
If
failed.
He failed. That's good. Oh my god. He's now unconscious.
Lovely.
He's back to sleeping,
He's
and
back
now
on the
his brain is
ground.
burning. And his brain is burning now.
Lovely.
Yep, and that's all I can do, so. Yeah, I can't do it. It's a bonus action, so go ahead, Lamine.
Yep.
I need to deal with this dude on me real quick. So, going after the elf. Still. 22 for the
That-
first attack.
Most definitely you hit.
He hasn't really been hurt, so I'll just roll the second attack. And a 20.
Also definite hits.
15 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
Damn,
Ooh.
that-
Yeah, it was.
It's a meaty
8
hit.
on the second. I will sink a...
Bucket.
I'm gonna put a smite in, I don't know.
I will say you don't have to.
Unnecessary? Okay.
You kill him with that.
Okay.
Your
Then that
follow-up is more than enough to kill him.
Fantastic. Just gonna golf club swing him. Just
Yep.
like...
You pretty much like you pretty much weave through his cuts and stabs, and you trade one blow for blow as you just take a swing at him. I'm assuming you're just punching him, or no? You're striking
I'm
with
still... I'm
with the
doing
pommel,
murder
yeah.
strokes. Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
murder stroke.
So you basically like trade a small hit, but in the end you just manage to put your full weight into your pommel strike, and you just pretty much collapse his face in, more or less.
You know, made a
You-
mistake.
Brutal.
You
Yeah.
break his nose and crush his jaw in one fell swoop with your pommel strike, and he just crumples.
Well,
That'll
even
teach
the
him.
odds.
I'm going to walk up next to Poverty then. Because I assume... Yeah, there's like 2 people in Poverty.
There is
think
2
it's
and 1
3.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because-
I'm
because
gonna
it's a-
start... I'm gonna start menacing them then, and I will still use a spell slot on a healing word for Poverty.
Slice and dice him. No sense being nice to him.
Which is this. 8.
All right.
Poverty gets 8 more healing.
Yay.
Hooray!
Take it.
Some healing is better than none. It-
Yep.
It is mostly coming from the +7 anyway, to be honest.
Oh,
Life
is it
cleric
now?
thing.
Hooray!
Life
Oh, now
there.
it's Poverty's turn.
Hooray.
Poverty.
There are 2 up, 1 unconscious. Just leave the unconscious guy alone unless he wakes up.
Lamine and Mortarin are by me now.
Yep.
Yep.
There's 2 of them and 3 of you now.
Okay.
One
I'm gonna
unconscious.
turn. I'm gonna turn to them and say, "You say the word, and I have an escape plan to get out of here."
Don't think we need an escape plan.
Mortar just says kill them.
God damn. Stay
in
behind
that
me if you need to.
case- Yeah, I can bonus action first, right?
You can disengage as a bonus action. You could just like stab the person in front of me with a rapier and just dip. And if they want to go after you, they have to, take an attack from me.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Strike.
Of course, if they die from it, then it's kind of a moot point, I suppose. But
Yeah, true, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see if you land another crit.
15?
no crit. Might hit though.
Nope. Wait. Hits. It does hit. Okay.
Nice.
Get that sneak attack.
Get him.
Get him.
Which one do you hit?
Whichever one that I'm on.
It'll be this guy.
1d8 plus 3 plus 2d6. That one?
3d6.
3d6.
But otherwise, yes. D8 plus 3 plus 3d6.
Did I do that right?
You did.
12 damage.
The one in the D8 feels bad, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
Sad.
That's okay.
2 weapon fighting. I'm gonna poke him again.
if you do that, you can't disengage.
You'll probably want to disengage, probably.
Because it's a bonus action to attack with your dagger.
Okay, I'll disengage him instead.
Yeah.
That's the safer option.
Run behind
Let
Lamine.
Lamine
Yeah.
be a wall. Let Lamine do her thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for me.
Alright.
So it's these guys' turn.
Yep. Whew. The guy on the ground takes 10 psychic damage.
Okay. And then at the end he attempts to get up,
God.
or
Yeah, at the end of his turn. If he doesn't, he's still unconscious.
Not
the
this
DC?
again.
15.
he's still out.
Oh. Well,
This is like the palace I found you in.
Well, the other two guys look at this situation. They look at the guy who's like literally just dying on the ground, and they're just
convulsing
like,
brain filter.
they're just like, hell with
Ow.
this, and they just literally like both turn around and run.
Yeah, that's what. No, I was gonna say, man, 2 versus 3. I hope they're feeling ballsy.
They aren't. I rolled. Actually, I'll roll to see. Yeah, they're not.
You roll a morale check.
I rolled morale. They failed.
Yep.
What's their leadership?
Not high enough.
At this point, low.
A 5.
Yeah. These two guys pretty much are just like, we're done, we're out, and they literally just make a break for the.
We've done enough.
Yeah, they make a break for the end car, and as they rush out, one of them pretty much just like tries and locks the doors. They move further up the trains.
Man,
but yeah.
the other passengers must be like,
They're
take a shot at one of them,
ignoring it. They're
please?
like, this happens every day.
Conveniently, your car was actually empty.
Probably why they went for it.
Can I take a shot at them fleeing?
You can make a parting shot, yeah.
I know what Morgan's gonna do with the unconscious one.
26.
You hit him.
Are you using?
You get-
are you using
get
the
'em.
crossbow that I gave you?
The bow of venom, yeah.
Yes. Not crossbow. It's a short bow. Yeah. Feel free to add that 2d6.
The 2d10 poison.
Oh yeah, 2d10 poison.
2d10 poison.
I have a question about that because it costs an action to coat it in poison, right?
Well, does it?
Does it?
Yeah, it
Find out.
says. Yeah, you can use an action to cause thick black poison to coat the blade, which in this case is a bow.
We're just gonna be doing the normal hit then.
Yeah, normal hit
Yeah.
because I didn't code it beforehand.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
You can add your. At least you can add your sneak attack.
Yes, you can, because they are running away from you. They're not focusing on you.
Ouch.
14.
It's enough to kill one of them. Yeah, on the way
Hooray.
out, one of them just fucking hits the ground with an arrow in the back of his head, or a bolt in the back of his head. The other guy just looks at it, closes the door, locks it, and keeps going. You're like,
No!
fuck
Better
this.
run, you bastard!
Yeah. While this is happening,
Oh boy.
Mordorin is going to. Louis didn't even know that he kept the longsword on him, just because, you know, he has so much clothes on him. He's going to take out his longsword and execute the guy on the down
Oh
there.
god.
Alright, you coup de grace, kill him.
They really fucked around and found out, huh?
They really did.
Yeah,
I mean, they gave
really
you a
did.
run.
They did for a while, but
It was a pretty good fight up until that last bit.
Once they got pretty even as far as numbers, it just collapsed for them. They were doing okay when they could outnumber. Once that advantage went away, didn't work out too well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And Mordorin just puts away his sword and goes to heal poverty first. Just like nothing happened. Just like, oh, time. How much have you lost poverty?
23.
Oh my god. Well, I
Wow,
guess we're gonna use.
Those dudes roughed you up, Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was.
Okay, so level 2 1, 10. I'll do another one on you as well. For 9.
I can assist. Just say.
So 19 on poverty. Yeah. Speaking of, Mordorin turns to you, Lamine. How much have you lost?
She's good. Honestly, she's good. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, he is gonna heal her again. There you go. You get 3 because I suck.
Thank you.
Mm,
Still getting used to healing people.
For a second there, contemplating turning into a bat.
69, nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
Lamine just get the complimentary 3 healing.
In any case, yeah, you guys are no longer disturbed by any more trouble. You don't seem to see hide nor hair of the last gang member, and especially you, Poverty. You kind of get the feeling that maybe you should move to another car so that you know, nobody notices the dead bodies you guys have left behind.
And Lemmy doesn't really know what to do with them. She's gotta like move them so they're not just like everywhere. Like kind of arrange them, I guess.
Mm.
But she doesn't really know what to do with them otherwise. Like, well,
Yeah. You're
I feel really bad
sitting
for whoever has
down.
to deal with these bodies, but
your
I'm
your
not-
Real killer shit.
your inner street smarts tells you you should probably not be around bodies, especially in a public area like the train.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of hurt though, is Morden still hurt?
He is. He'll do his damnedest to hide it though.
She's gonna top you up with layer hands. Can't escape. How much will top you up?
11.
Okay.
But yeah,
You are topped up.
And now, Mordorin just has to deal with, having blood all over him.
Well, luckily for Lamine, most of the blood on her is not hers.
You should see the other guy.
Funny enough,
yeah, they're all
that's
over
the
the
same
fucking
thing with
train
Mordorin
car.
too.
It's all on the train car.
Yeah, but Mordorin did coup de grace that guy, so, that wasn't clean.
Yeah, probably not.
Just
Probably not. I'm gonna run to the garage real quick for a snack. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Get me something too.
Okay, what do you want?
Whatever you got.
He wants a bomb.
So Mordorin,
You can have this 6-year-old granola bar, boss.
Delicious.
Lemine has a question.
Give me the snackies.
As Mordorin is just doing his best to clean off all the blood on him.
I was not aware that you could heal.
Remember when I said that I had spells that I did not know how they came to?
Related?
That would be some of them, yes.
Sounds worrying. Checking the blood that's like from punching the dude, like,
Yeah, you got some sore knuckles from punching that dude's face in.
it was worth it.
Poverty is still growling.
I pat Poverty's head.
Well,
Blasted Brosnov, I hate it here.
I can see why. That was
that's why we purged the corrupted.
that is also worrying. I have to say. Not something I would have expected from you.
What a bunch of jokers.
Order just kind of shrugs.
Seem to have a history with these sorts of things. Or rather, it's very personal.
He also sorts of shrugs and just said it's more personal to Maddox than it is to me, but well,
That didn't seem the case.
he'll actually think on that. Just like you have a point.
Be careful, Morden. It is very easy to lose yourself down that path. Due to poverty.
Poverty just groans.
Revenge can be cathartic, but there are often consequences one way or another.
Oh, I don't seek revenge against anybody here.
Just
Speak for
everything.
yourself.
Oh boy.
Please?
No vengeance, only absolution in fire.
Yeah? You know what? I think I might give Lamine a little something, because I know she's very, like, perceptive on things like that. Mordorin's eyes are kind of glowing.
I'm gonna BRB real quick.
Jesus. What the fuck?
Yeah. They're like glow, like his eyes are like, you know, golden. They're glowing the same color. So it's very faint, but it's definitely there.
Whack.
Black.
I said whack.
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 Well, time to go on a different car train and good thing I wear dark clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully, Lamine is also, her attire is pretty dark, but
Yeah.
not red. Blue. Lamine has concerns now. Both of these two are- oh boy.
At least Poverty didn't get to see Mordorin coup de grace that guy. Lamine did.
Unless she did. She might have.
She probably did, because it wasn't I mean, I guess technically it was clean, but also it wasn't.
Okay, I'm back.
Lamine was deeply annoyed, I think, is the best way to put it, by that entire situation.
Yeah.
That's how it looked anyway.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, boss.
She did give Morden a glance with the execution, but didn't say anything.
Yo, the gifts on here are really fucked up. Side note.
On what?
I want to show you, but I also don't want to.
Oh boy.
I'm really curious now.
Well, while that's happening, boss, we we're ready.
To a different car.
I
the
stepped
car.
I stepped away for a moment, so whatever interaction you had just a moment ago, I didn't catch.
Oh,
But,
don't worry.
All right, fair.
It's just Lamine being concerned for these two and their personal issues with these sorts of things.
Okay.
Funny enough, okay. Jesus Christ. Well then. Oh my god.
What the heck?
Amazing. Incredible.
Hmm.
I'm okay.
Anyways, continue, boss. Continue.
Sorry for good quality.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I want to see if that actually comes up in the gift thing.
How is that even related? Jesus Christ.
No.
Anyways,
I hate
After
it. I'm
your-
deleting this.
after your brief exchange with each other,
Oh my god,
and
this
you
showed
clean
up
up,
for me.
you quickly and quietly push on to the next cart without catching or drawing any attention to yourselves, which thankfully no one does really take notice of you guys slipping into the next car over. Eventually you do arrive at the station in Hanging Garden B district, and you know, it was a good call that you moved to the next cart over, because when you do, the Tetsu guard just, like, you know, somebody screams and it's just like, bodies, bodies, and then just, well, like 4 Tetsu guard just march on over, and they start trying to lock down the area.
Lamine
Go,
feels
let's
really
go.
bad about this. She feels so bad about just leaving those corpses there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doing anything would just be worse for them. It's like it helps.
It's just more like Murder
So
just kind of
bad.
tucked in her arms, like, come on, nope, we gotta go. We're going
She-
now. We're leaving.
She's not a
Leaving
helpless
now.
child. She knows.
We're leaving now.
You can stop tugging on my arm.
You won't.
What?
He
Oh,
won't.
he won't. I thought you said you won't. Like, I won't what? Is that a challenge?
Are you challenging me?
May I remind you, I can literally punch you.
Tugs on her arm anyway. Yeah. And Mordred says, not now. I don't want the Tetsu guard on us.
Do it, you
He will
coward.
accept the punch later.
Do it, coward. No. Now we have to just go explain to Mom why there's blood on all of us.
Oh god.
In any
Yeah,
case, you
continue.
you're able to I'll spare you the trouble of the rolls, mostly because it's pretty easy to slip past these Tetsu guard, because they're, you know, as they move over and quickly dispose bodies, they're less investigating and more like looking over, and they're like, they're just, you know, they're just schmucks. Nobody's just a bunch of
They're nobody important.
yeah. They're like,
Bunch of
they
gangers
got
wasted.
they got weapons on them. These guys look like gangers that got wasted in a fucking brawl, and so they're not too concerned about it. Just write it off as just a gang fight,
Yeah.
and they're more concerned with just cleaning up the train than giving a shit about who killed them. And as sad as it is, that is the case. They're a little less concerned with who killed them and more concerned with how much of a mess you guys left behind.
Well, the poor executed person is probably the bloodiest of them all.
Yeah. But yeah, you make your way towards the out of the station, and you are now in B district of the Hanging Garden. As you can kind of see, it's a very similar layout to the rest of the city, with lots of tall buildings. However, one most notable thing is, of all the many buildings around, there are some like real tall skyscrapers around here. In fact, the spires that you guys kind of see whenever you look over the top of the city are here in these areas, in the Hanging Garden itself, and upon closer look, they're just even more impressive. Very it's like, you know, very impressive stonework. These look more like tall ass like buildings in like major cities like LA, New York, you know, those metropolitan cities. Very well crafted stonework. Um, and they are tall. They're not very like large, but they're pretty tall. And some of them are fairly large actually. And they, for the most part, poke straight through the dark clouds above, and just go. They just keep on going. It seems like they're almost endless, as you can't really see what's at the top. Impressively enough, around at several levels of these tall spires, you can see, well, gardens, so to speak. It's usually like hanging from windows are various potted plants, just draping around the sides of the buildings. There's even like some makeshift fountains that like kind of drip from the side of the some of the parts of the windows and borders around, and they like kind of like systematically pour water into some of these potted soils. And you can even see people tending to them, either from the windows or from like the little window washer winches.
And this place is fancy.
Yeah. It's home.
The floors of many of these spires have market stalls, and there's from these market stalls they're selling lots of really, really nice looking like vegetables, fine meats. This is like farmers market over here, but it's like all over the place in various parts of the streets, especially whenever you pass near one of these spires. There's just a whole like assortment of stalls set up around these massive towers. So, Mordrin, since you kind of are a little bit more familiar with this particular district, you do know that the spires are more or less farms, essentially. Farms or even ranches in some exceptions, and some of the finest vegetables and meats can be found at the Hanging Gardens. This is where the good groceries are at.
Yeah.
There's no, you won't find things like you know, chemical laden like cheap shit here. You're gonna find like the good stuff.
Yeah. Since Morton's pretty sure Lamine and Poverty probably are interested in like learning that stuff, he would like relay it to them. You know. Mortar probably, even though Poverty lives here, Poverty probably doesn't visit this part of the city very often, if at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, Poverty's from the guts, which is like the underground system, more or less.
So this is how the other side lives, huh?
Well, this would probably be the more middle class, so the more bougie people.
That says a lot.
This ain't the super rich, but these guys ain't broke.
Yeah.
Close enough to the other side for poverty.
True.
Yeah.
For you, it'd probably be indiscernible. As far as you know, they're all a bunch of rich fuckers.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Morton will not deny it. Like, you know, yeah. Yeah, let's go home.
Bless you.
Bless ye.
So, as you make your way through the alleys and streets and pass on through, you do get a bit of nostalgia as you kind of see some of the familiar sights, and make your way up to the stoops of where home is. It's more like an apartment complex that's much akin to the complex Tessa has, but it's not as how would I say, not as ramshackle as the other ones, but it's still very much like, you know, it's an apartment. But this is more bearable, I guess, in some respects. There's still like buildings stacked on buildings around the area, and especially
But they
around
don't
the
like
spires.
they don't look like a fucking Jenga mess.
Yeah, they look a little less janky here and there, and this particular building that you come up to looks like the most normal out of all the buildings you've seen in this fucking city.
Hooray!
And of course you climb up to the stoops, and surely enough, you see the little markings denoting your parents' residence.
Oh.
Which is
Oh.
on the penthouse floor. The penthouse.
Of course, they're on the. Okay, that's fine.
They up there.
They up
Oh
there.
boy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's been
If
a long
already
time,
wanted to see
Morty.
how the other side lives, then, here's the other side.
See? Well, I haven't been here since I started working, so couple months. It's been
You
a while.
nervous?
A little, mostly because of Lamine.
What?
And he knocks.
He's like, what? Why? Morden? Why? Morden? Morden!
Well, it's less that you knock, but more like you
Well,
press a buzzer and it calls down an elevator.
Yeah.
We just like looking at the buildings and it's just like, wait, what? Wait. Why me? What'd I do?
Oh, we both know what you're going to do.
No.
In any case, the elevator comes down and you hit the there's a elevator server and pretty much asks you where to.
And Mordrin will say that he would like to go to the Agarian residence.
Penthouse, and then he turns the crank on the thing and a little jingle comes up and it makes a little and then the doors behind you close up like little, it's like the sliding cage door, and then you guys are just lifted up to the penthouse.
Up you go.
Up we go!
We go. And that's where I'll segue here because I gotta go to the other group.
Yeah!
Kyron, Yasha, you're on the pursuit. You were able to pick up on a trail and believe that the particular samurai that may or may not have your stuff has gone towards the the western part, if I remember, of the merry-go-round, as they went up north and then to the left, so to the outer part of the surveillance. So the west side of the district.
Right.
Yep.
Yasha is still striding the rooftops, right? In
Yep.
pursuit.
And you
Yep.
are following closely after them.
Right. And I still have my held action.
You still have your held action, yes.
The DM said begrudgingly.
Can we make out the figure? Like, not detail-wise, but can we make out that it's a figure that we're following and not just like... I think I saw something there.
You didn't get a bead on any figure that really matches the description the kid gave. But you're kind of eyeballing it from kind of what you were tracking. And you kind of gauged an idea of where this guy probably went. So it's less so much that you saw someone, but it's more like, okay, there's some markings here that look like it was somebody wearing, these particular sandals, and there's scuffing here, and there's some dropped glass, and it's going in this direction. So, and if we can't see anyone in this direction, then my guess is that they went this way. So that's kind of how you came to that conclusion.
Can we easily follow the trail, or is there going to need to be some skill checks made in lieu?
There will be some skill checks needed.
You fucking asshole.
I know. It's a new session. It's a new check. Sorry.
New checks.
New checks.
What
Checks
kind of
came
check
in
do you
the
want?
mail. The kind that pays the bills.
Unfortunately, I can't do that.
You may take an investigation check if you want to try using some clues. You can do survival, And if you want to just try and spotting the guy in the crowd, you can try perception.
I'm gonna try for
investigation
perception.
being like, asking around, hey, have you seen anybody that looks like this?
Yeah, I'll try for perception since Yasha's high above, looking down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with survival. Got 19 total, Chief.
I got it 19, 20, 21.
21. All right, you guys are on this trail.
Oh yeah.
So you are able to pick up on it's not very consistent, but little bits and scrap of glass and what looks to be like more wear and tear from a wooden sandal seems to kind of show up now and again, and the pattern is fairly consistent. You are kind of feeling like you're getting closer to where this guy might have gone, and your initial hunch was right, that wherever this guy went, he went west from the merry-go-round route.
So we follow the path.
Yep, you follow the path, and Yasha, you continue to kind of sift around. It is a bit hard to really, like, even with your eagle eyes and high up, it is a bit
lot
hard
of things to look at.
There's
The Where's Waldo book up here.
Yeah, it really is a Where's Waldo book, and you do catch moments of thinking you've seen something that matches that silhouette that was described, but it's kind of a hard gauge. But your gut kind of really tells you that you guys are on the right track.
Excellent. We must proceed.
Yep.
I'm gonna assume that Yasha is too high up for me to have like a conversation as if we were like 3 feet apart from each other, and I'm just gonna trust his instinct to go whichever direction.
I like to think that there will be moments where they can converse.
Yeah.
Like, it might be like a smaller building and he's not that far away from Kyron.
Probably every now and again, Yasha will probably poke his head over the side and make sure that you guys are like not splitting up too far away from each other.
Or it's just the buildings get smaller for a bit, so it's, don't need to shout as much.
Okay. Well then, at such a pause or break, I'll be. Kyron's gonna be doing a huffing and puffing thing. Boy, did you catch a glimpse of him?
Not yet. But I think he's this way. That's what it feels like.
Well, all we can do is follow the trail then. Let's keep going.
Yep, and so we do.
You guys do proceed apace, and after a while, you do make your way towards that western entrance. And once you do, Yasha, you spot a familiar figure in the crowd. Actually, and it's it's Kalik, actually.
Kalik?
Yep. Just kind of slinking around from, like, poking in and out from the crowded areas.
Do I recall a Kalik?
Kalik was that drow assassin that you guys fought.
Ah, I see.
He has not noticed you yet, and Kalik doesn't know Kyron, so if anything, he's not familiar with Kyron. You guys don't know each other.
There's something troubling you, boy.
That assassin that attacked us much early on. I see him, but I don't know. But I don't think he's on a job to attack us. But be careful.
What does he look like he's doing?
Gwyn said, the assassin. What's he doing, boss? He's just sifting through the crowd?
Roll perception.
Alright. I squint. And I'm still using my eyeballs to do so, 10, 12.
It's actually really hard to see what he's doing. For as far as you can tell, he's just kind of like, he's actually pretty hard to track, even with your eagle eyes and your vantage point. As you see him sort of slink out from the crowd, he kind of looks over at some of the stall vendors, looks around, and kind of looks like he's conversing with them sometimes, or he might be making an exchange. And then just as briefly as he shows up, he turns back into a crowd and then vanishes, only to pop up into like a completely other direction or area, not far from where he just vanishes. But he's doing something, but you can't really tell what.
Yasha will just be like, don't know, but I guess he's looking around.
Well, if you say we should probably avoid him, then I have no reason to doubt you. Let's try to stay low within the crowds.
Yeah, avoid him if we can help it. He doesn't know you, however, so we can, use that to our advantage.
Then maybe we should separate a little bit here, in case he does run into me.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's why Yasha might just stick to being up on the rooftops and stuff.
Sounds viable to me.
And if he gets into trouble, he doesn't he thinks that he can just retreat back down.
Then Kyron is gonna lower his hat a little and just kind of bob and weave into the crowd.
He just becomes the crowd.
Yep.
All right.
And Yasha will continue his attempting to sniff out this person.
Alrighty. Roll acrobatics, and then I will need one of you two guys to make a I guess it'll be a survival check to make sure that you guys don't get split off or lost from each other.
Lost. A 2, but it's still a 9, so.
Oh, it's a Batsy. Hey, nerd.
16.
16. Alright. And acrobatics. Yasha, you will have some trouble as you go from building to building, so you won't have quite that vantage anymore as you're more or less kind of... You're kind of caught behind a... You're caught on a rooftop that's behind a very tall building. So you're kind of blocked a little bit.
That's fair.
However, Kyron, you are able to kind of gauge your distance from Yasha and kind of like not stick too far away from each other.
Am I able to piggyback off of that result and kind of like stick to the trail, or is the trail pretty much gone as I go into the crowd?
No, you guys are moving in the right direction, so.
Okay. Am I able to get any kind of eye on the assassin guy?
You will have to make a perception check.
Yeah, and of course for this I described the key features of this assassin, so he knows what to look for.
You'll know what to look for.
Righteous. 22.
A righteous 22.
You are able to spot him. In fact, your veins almost run cold as you practically brush shoulders with the guy, as you notice he's like right next to you. And you almost like kind of like, I wouldn't say give yourself away, but you almost like react to his presence like you know him, but you're able to keep cool and keep a level head as you kind of take a brief look at him, and he almost kind of seems to pass you like he doesn't even, like, he's not even aware of you.
I'll lower my hat a little more and go, pardon?
Yep. Just as briefly as you kind of make mention, you do kind of turn around and he's back gone in the crowd.
He's not like muttering anything or saying anything to himself?
The assassin?
Yeah, like
Nope.
Nothing that I can catch in my perception.
Nothing.
He is soundless.
He sounds like he's on a hunt.
So, yeah.
Okay.
He's really
Kalik-
concealing himself.
Kalik is trying what he can to keep himself as a non-entity as possible, but I mean, you brush shoulders with him, so, and it just so happened he rolled low, and I was just like, yeah, he's probably just using you. He's using you to hide, essentially, is what happened.
Well, he's not the mission at hand, so fuck him. And continue forward.
Yeah, pretty much. Interesting that he's here, but he's not our target. Do keep in mind, though, in case we're the target.
Oh no.
Or if you have the same target.
Yeah.
I continue to follow the trail and keep my eye on the boy as much as I can.
Yep.
Agreed. Follow that trail.
Follow that trail. Perception, investigate, or survival.
Yep.
The survival seems to be doing me.
And Yasha, you can try for one more acrobatics to try and get around the building.
Holy fuck.
That's
I'm sorry, what?
141. Wow.
I see. I
Here
fly
I was
off
impressed
to
with
Yasha,
space.
you vault off of this tall building and throw yourself so high into the sky you actually pierce through the dark clouds and see
Just
the
gone.
tops of the spires of the hanging gardens.
You know what? You know
Nope,
what?
it's another two.
Screw that second roll. Just keep the 141.
If only. Nope. Dice say 2.
The dice say 2.
Not a 1 at least. At least it's not a 1.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like from where you're at you can really climb this taller building.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to kind of get
Just
creative.
keep at it.
Kyron, what was your check for? Survival?
A mighty 26 for survival.
Ah. Well, you are able to continue along, and you find another piece of glass that's similar in design and nature. Whoever's carrying this stuff is fucking clumsy.
Is the glass ornate? Or is it just like a beer bottle kind of glass?
This is like some fine crafted glass. Like these are like
Damn,
special
where's my
lenses.
appraisal, man? Alright. Take note of this and just
Yeah.
keep following the trail. I have nothing
Sadly,
to add.
the only unfortunate thing is as you're coming across them, since they've been dropped, they're, scratched or broken or damaged.
I have a feeling though, since we paid a distinct commission, hopefully the glass we're looking for might be in a box. Is my only hope at this point for that. Or in a case of sorts.
Nah, it's all broken.
Everything's shattered.
It's like, oh, we killed this guy for nothing. Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, keep following that trail.
Damn shame.
I'm
Alright.
actually, can I make an insight check to make a note of anybody in the crowd that looks like they're moving particularly contrary to the rest of the crowd that excludes what's his name?
Trying to catch out any sketches that much like Calic.
Right.
Sure. I'll allow it.
By the way, I think at this point with those two twos, Yasha will come down from the buildings and join Kyron in the crowd.
Okay.
He's convinced that, it's getting tough to get around here.
This thing probably has some I don't know, some pigeon wire on it. The things to keep the birds from landing and pooping on it, and it's actually kind of annoying to climb on.
A sick ass 24 to insight.
Nice. You are able to kind of keep note of the crowd and look around, and it doesn't seem to be anyone really behaving oddly that really comes to your attention. Everyone seems to kind of it seems like everyone is there's no ill intention or any there's no funny business really happening around here. Nobody stands out as a suspect
A sus.
character. Yeah, nobody's sus here.
Then we must proceed with our trail.
I was going to say, am I able to piggyback off of my result to determine whether it's foundless to keep trying to pursue this guy, or does it seem like the trail is still pretty hot?
Your best gauge to really... You can probably continue following this guy, but it feels more like you've been finding some lucky hits that's just kind of helping you follow along.
So he's probably gotten away.
I mean, it's likely that he's probably still in the area, but the fact that you've been finding clues is this isn't something like this guy is not like breadcrumbing or anything. Like you guys have been really lucky with finding this.
So then I guess my unfair question is it even worth it to keep trying to follow this guy? 'Cause I feel like if we haven't come across something at this point, then
Yeah,
we may not
that's a
even
good point.
find him.
Yeah. Finding clues will no longer be beneficial. You won't be able to pinpoint him where he's at with the clues. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to consider other alternate options. And given unfortunately the obstruction of your vision, it's gonna be hard to pick him out in the crowds. So your best bet is you're going to have to start investigating and asking around, or just find another vantage point and hopefully find somebody.
How good of a description do we have of the guy?
We had a pretty good one. It was pretty much like Date, except different.
A robed individual, dressed in similar garments like Date. So, for better or for worse, what they described was a wandering samurai. Which, as you guys know, the samurai like to wander around here. I mean, samurai wander all over the city, but it's like they're not common. But there's enough for them to be kind of somewhat uncommon, and also like
what you're saying is if we saw him, we'd be able to pick him out.
Yeah, the samurai are pretty easy to pick out. Like they look different from Tetsuguard because obviously you can't wear the uniform if you're not a Tetsuguard. But with that aside, yeah, they're pretty easy to pick out from like a regular guy. Most samurai also tend to carry weapons, usually a katana, even if they're not supposed to have one, or even if their katana isn't actually as effective or effective at all, they will tend to have one on hand.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess our only options now would be to give up and find an alternative, or ask around.
Yeah, I look at Yasha. Boy, do you figure yourself much of a jumper?
He could do jumping much better than talking. I can roll better than a 2.
Okay. Just for insurance sake, and because I think having a better vantage point will do us some good, I'm gonna cast Jump on Yasha.
Oh. What does that do again? What is
your jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
Wow.
Which I think can apply to height as well.
So...
what's the tallest building here? I get on it.
Yeah, you pretty much find the nearest tallest building and you just
fucking
yeet.
Because my jump distance is already pretty ludicrous. So I just throw myself at it, I guess. I go up.
I want you to do the goddamn anime jump of like 200 yards in the air or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Just use your eagle eyes to see if you can pick him out.
Yep. Let's see, what kind of tall ass building?
Look what you specialize.
My brand.
My brand.
You come across a 7-story building that's near you, and yeah, you fucking clear it.
You just whoop. That must be quite the sight to see some kid just going fucking whoop.
So for this one, with your in addition to your eagle eyes, since you're at, I wouldn't say the tallest building in the district, but you're definitely at one of the tall ones. You're able to get a lot of ground coverage, so you can make a perception check, and you can try and spot someone. And in addition to that, I will give you a +3 bonus to both of those rolls.
Hooray!
I'm gonna keep my eye on Yasha, just kind of doing the. Is he up there? I can't really see, even though.
Wow, a 2 and a fucking 4.
Incredible.
Tonight's not a good night. I've rolled 3 2s. It's a 10. At least.
It's a 10.
Even with rolls this fucking low. At
Jump
least.
again?
Jump even higher.
Right. Knuffles has selected you to be
The
the
DM is gonna say you're gonna
I
get
am the
one more
secretary.
d20.
Watch me roll a 1.
Here it comes.
3. Oh, look! It's a 3!
Wow.
Hold on.
Jesus.
This is pretty sad. Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, I mean, it averaged out there.
At
Holy
least,
fucking
right?
Shit.
It's
That's pretty rough.
Roll one more time because I'm sure Knuffles will be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, complete that
6.
advantage. You're rolling two checks with advantage. There.
12.
What just happened?
I can't roll above a 7.
We just
Physically
bombarded Knuffles, and Knuffles was like, "Fuck Yasha."
Oh my.
And then DM tried to help, but Knuffles was like, no, still, fuck you.
DM is trying
Okay.
super hard
Well-
to give it to Yasha, and Knuffles is not having it.
Here's what we're gonna do then. I thankfully have prepared for this to a degree. I have to a degree prepared for this. So, as you search around, you do catch notice of a silhouette. I can talk tonight. You catch notice of a silhouette of well, it's definitely somebody that kind of fits the description. It looks like it's a guy who's in robes, much like how Date or even Jin or any of the other non-Tetsuguard samurai that you've come and seen. Because I mean, in the crowds, you bump shoulders. I mean, not in this particular district, but you may have bumped shoulders with samurai on the way here and there.
Right.
You know, albeit if it in brief interludes. So not really like full on like, hey, that guy's a samurai. Goes and talks to him. It's more like, you know, you may have seen a samurai just walking around. Because they're uncommon, but they're not like, you know, they're not like every other fucking person, and they're not like, you know,
Yeah.
super rare. You'll eventually bump into a samurai that's not Tetsuguard and, you know, not Jin.
I see.
Yeah, there's a Jin looking fellow over there that's not Jin.
Well, with nothing better to go off of, I guess we're just we'll attempt to go that way. Although I'm gonna have to get down and tell Kyron first.
Yep. So yes, you scale down this 7-story building and link up with Kyron, saying you see somebody over just like maybe 2 or 3 blocks down from where you guys are, just north
Yep.
of you.
Yep. Get him.
Yeah, let's go.
Get him.
Let's fuck him up.
I want to straight up tackle this dude.
Oh shit. He's just like,
Oop.
all right, and he breaks out an automatic.
Oh shit.
Nah.
What a fucker.
How rude.
I
Guess-
was just trying to tackle this guy.
Guess we're gonna have to go practice that bullet removal much sooner than we thought.
Right.
Anywho, yeah, you make your way, and surely enough, it doesn't take you much to, after you've already seen him once, you catch notice of this guy, and yeah, there's a samurai dressed in light gray garb, like a lightish gray garb, and he's got a pair of katanas at his side, much similar like in Jin's fashion, just like a pair of katanas on one side, and robe's somewhat similar, like not robe, but like, you know, just kind of like the design of his clothes are very similar to, more similar to Jin than Date, where instead of like it's the one sleeve down and there's the arm sleeve over it, instead it's actual, like, he's wearing it properly, like all nice and covered up, and he's got a similar round kind of like a rice hat, like some of the other some of the Tetsuguard, but instead of the matching dark blue, his is gray color, much like the rest, to match his colors. And it is a well, it is a drow actually. wearing
Is he
all this.
carrying stuff?
No, he's not really carrying anything on him. He's got
He
one
doesn't?
hand just resting on his hip, you know, near his swords, and then just another one just kind of like resting inside his in his Haori.
Something tells me maybe not. Because the other one is clearly clumsy if he's, you know, dropping glass and shit.
Insight? Check for shiftiness?
All right.
Or,
I mean, if this guy has a full description or whatever, there's got to be something up with him. 14 to insight.
how much of the full description does this guy fill out?
Well, the kid didn't. He gave a lot of description, but he didn't give you like full disclosure, like what this guy was. Mostly because it was kind of like a
On the moment kind of thing.
moment, so it's hard to recall every little detail. But he does fit at least the description that, yep, this guy's a samurai.
Well, and the insight check of 14, Kyron did?
He's definitely looking around like he's like keeping on the lookout for something. But you can't tell what he's being like looking out for. If he's like, you know, waiting for somebody or looking for something. It's hard for you to really gauge what he's kind of getting at, but it's clear that he's looking for something.
Nope, fuck it. I'm gonna tackle him.
Oh god!
Do you run and tackle this guy?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Hell yeah.
Well, you'll get the.
If
you'll
he
get
gets
the-
the description enough, I'm gonna fucking get in there.
This group.
Well,
I love it.
go
It's a
ahead
hot
and
mess.
Mushroom cloud.
mushroom cloud.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Tell me what you want me to do.
Roll
Lemin's gonna lose her
what would
mind.
be even a tackle?
Grapple.
Roll me a grapple as you run up and try and
It's an,
grab this guy.
Athletics or acrobatics, I would assume.
You're
I-
attempting and
I don't know if
only
he's-
athletics.
I don't know if he's like surprised or not, so
I can do athletics.
yeah. Since it's a grapple, I think it's either athletics or acrobatics, if I recall.
You can use either to escape. You have to use athletics to attempt it.
Okay.
That's
The normal rules you have to use. You have to use athletics to actually go for it.
all right. Athletics it is then.
Jesus.
23, bitch.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. Later, Lemin is just like, you did what?
It's not the. It's
Actually,
the.
you know,
Oh,
to be
you
fair,
grabbed
that's
him.
the
beginning of.
that is the
beginning-
entire situation.
Yeah.
Do you tell Yasha anything as you grapple him?
Just run up and grapple him. Unfortunately, that does provoke an attack, not of opportunity, but that just provokes a fight.
I don't give a
And
shit. Fuck
that
'em.
will be an initiative roll.
Oh my word!
Oh
I don't
god,
give
is this
a
Calic?
fuck.
No, they grabbed a samurai.
Oh, okay. Oh god.
They just beat the shit out of Calic, run away. Calic's just left there like, what the fuck?
The fuck just
It's just a-
happened?
It's just
I don't know,
dexterity for
Calic.
initiative, or do you add proficiency too?
Huh? Oh no, it's just dexterity.
Just dexterity.
Calic was
Oh, good.
scary
At least I
this time.
wasted. At least I used a bad roll on a whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Ugh,
hopefully you guys can defuse this.
I have bad news for you. He's going first.
I don't give a shit.
And yeah. He's gonna
I
try
say
and
just sit back.
wrestle out of you,
Yeah.
out of your grip, as he's just like, "How dare you lay a hand on me?"
Go ahead and break out. See if
I
get
don't
fucked.
know you. That's my purse.
That's my lens. That's my lens.
Okay, so it's gonna be an athletics check against.
It's contested.
Oh, it's contested. All right, so.
So I have to make another athletics roll.
Yep.
Correct. You're basically see if you can outmuscle him.
Shit, he might beat me. He's got DM's advantage.
Well, I did roll high, so.
Fuck you.
Quick, get that nat 20.
Oh,
no.
yep. Immediately as you go and you grab him, he very much like quickly lowers his stance and goes in for a counter grab, and he fucking goes to throw you.
As soon as you said it's contested, I was like, this guy's breaking out immediately.
Make
It's
me
just a
another.
wrestling match.
That sucks.
Make another athletics check as he's going to basically counter grab you.
It's wrestling.
That's all I want it to be. 13.
Well, he doesn't grab you.
Oh, good.
He doesn't counter grab you, but he does push off from you, and
That's fine.
backs up and draws his blade. All right, it's your guys' turn.
Kyra, is this the guy?
It don't matter because he's attacking us now. We don't have much of a choice.
Oh, all right then.
That's some brilliant logic there. A+.
A+.
By the way, just to preface, all weapon strikes will be non-lethal.
This is a bounded zone also, and okay.
Well, I mean, Yasha's thinking is just like, oh, well, I'll just hit him with the blunt end of the spear,
Okay.
which is to say, the stick part. I'll strike out at him.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20.
That will hit.
And is there any effects of the bounded zone on damage?
This is just a punch, yeah?
This is me smacking him with a stick at this point.
Ah, it'll be half.
Okay.
All hits are resisted. Unless they're like solid punches. So 7.
7 damage.
Okay, let me go ahead and record that real quick.
Let's see. Yep. Okay, it's all the same. Oh!
Ouch.
I will be making this a deft strike.
Oh, I can't wait for the Tetsu guard to find out about this.
Me too.
Picking fights with a samurai doesn't get you the good graces of the Tetsu guard.
8 more damage.
8 more damage. But then again, they're never really in good graces. Or You're
Exactly.
never really in good graces with them, so.
Exactly.
Wait,
so
you forgot
fuck
to
'em.
double your.
Oh,
That was
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Get the double your. Yeah.
Throw in
okay.
one more. And then half that.
An additional
4.
4 more damage.
Okay.
And then I keep going. I'm gonna flurry.
And these are punches, yeah? Oh, well. it's a
These are
flurry.
punches.
It's a flurry, so it's gonna be resisted.
16.
That'll hit.
All right. 10. Another 16.
Okay. And 10 becomes a 5.
Another 10.
Okay. So.
As I just fucking lay into this guy, I guess.
Holy
Good.
fucking shit, dude.
Good.
I really hope this is the guy now because I'm gonna feel real bad for him. It's not. He's not.
I hope it's not the guy.
That would be wild.
That's the chaotic answer right
As
there.
he goes fucking Ip, yeah, Ip Man.
Yeah, he fucking gets just the living shit just biffed out of him with this fucking kid going ape shit.
These are all non-lethal hits, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm aiming not to. I'm not aiming not to kill the guy, even
Alrighty.
even if it looks like it.
I swear, I'm just hitting very hard.
That's a
Kyron.
literal beatdown.
There's gonna be lots of bruising.
Kyron.
He's-
My turn.
Someone has been using his chest as a drum. And it's Yasha.
grapple. Oh, first I'm gonna flank him, and then I'm gonna grapple. Yeah.
Attempt another grapple as Yasha beats him like a drum.
Right.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, he's grabbed.
Good.
Again.
Can I do
Again.
anything else?
You have a bonus action.
You can bop him with your bonus action.
And another.
There's a
and
free
another
action to
attack.
like try to get him to try to
Oh
talk
yeah,
him
you have,
down,
you have
but
extra attack, yeah.
I
Yeah,
want to.
go
I
ahead
want
and
to
do your extra
specify.
attack.
Here's something that is actually useful to know. A grapple, and a shove for that matter, are special melee attacks, which means you can use them as part of an attack action.
So you
Hmm.
can grab
Like
them
it's not an
bash.
action to do. Yeah. You can grab him and then still make your second attack and do a bonus action thing if you can.
I don't really want to attack him though. I just want to pin him to the ground.
Help him. Shoving will put, if you can succeed on the shove, he is now grappled and prone, which means his speed is 0 and he is on the ground and grappled.
So
I
don't
think
wanna
his
do
bigger
that.
I think we're past the point of don't hit this guy.
Alright, so
Yeah, if you want
shove is,
to just not do anything, you could just try and shove him, which would be another athletics.
opposed, yeah.
Yeah, because I just want to put him down and ask him questions aggressively.
This is pretty aggressive.
Where is she? Where's Rachel?
No, what are you doing?
So 15.
Wow, he manages to maintain his stance.
All right,
can't-
but is he still grappled though?
Yeah, you still have
Yeah,
him, but
he'll be-
before
he'll be
he
grappled.
feels you about to put your weight to push him, you put your weight on him to push him down, and he immediately like kind of gets to a squat to like keep himself steady.
Counteract.
Yeah, he counters your weight with his own.
All right. And as we're doing this kind of like Gretchen style wrestling, I'm just gonna like say in his ear. I'm gonna say, "Where's the lens?"
Where's the lens?
Where's the lens?
Oh my god.
This dude is losing his mind.
Are you
There's gonna be
attempt,
so many news articles tomorrow.
Are you attempting to interrogate him?
Yeah.
What would that be? An intimidate or
I would argue that's intimidate.
That's definitely an intimidation.
Make it
This is certainly
intimidate.
not.
Oh,
I would
this
argue this is
suck.
gentle persuasion.
This is gonna suck.
Definitely a persuasion.
Gentle persuasion.
I'll take a raw 16.
That's pretty good given everything.
Right.
That's true.
It's probably the fact that he just got wailed on, wrestled multiple times. That's pretty intimidating.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm a samurai, and now I got knocked over by this crazy uncle and his kid.
by some fucking wild children just coming over here bowling over this poor samurai? For all,
One of them
for
is
all
a
you
fucking the pole master from for honors going wow, just fucking laying into him.
this
You know
poor
what's
guy,
funny?
for all
If he
you know, this
answers-
guy is probably like a Final Fantasy 14 cosplayer, and he just fucking decked his shit. He's
You know,
just
it'd
like,
be
I'm
funny if
just
he,
here
like,
for the
see-
con, man.
Where's the
It'd be
lens, or
funny-
we'll send you to the sorghum.
It'll be funny if it was like that Yu Yu Hakusho thing where oh my god, Yusuke? Yeah, he's just yelling at the referee like, oh my god, why did this guy win? And then the referee gives a legitimate reason. He's like, oh okay, that's
Yeah.
goes away.
Oh, okay.
He does respond to you, and he's just like, I have no idea what you're damn well talking about. Somebody get the Tetsu guard. Get these fucking monsters off me. By the way, it's pretty apparent you have, you have a crowd watching you beat this guy up.
Oh my god.
I mean, the streets are pretty fucking busy. There's a bunch of people who are literally just stopping and giving you space and watching. Some of them are just like, yeah, fight. And other
Can I-
people are just like, oh my god, should we
Oh.
call the cops?
Can I make an insight check to see if he's lying?
That'll be your last action.
I'll take that.
Can I assist him at that?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
You're punching him.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh, 17. Thank God.
Whew, it's a decent roll.
It's decent. I'll take it.
I mean, for all the rough and tumble panic you've put in this guy, it seems pretty genuine.
It's the wrong guy.
Alright, let's go.
Ah, my bad. Just leaves. Like, what the?
Just like lets him go, puts away
That-
weapons. My bad. Leaves.
Literally
walks
just
away.
drops him and walks away. Like, what?
Can I drop my grapple?
I mean, sure. You could
Yeah.
let go.
I'm gonna drop my grapple. I'm gonna say my mistake.
Okay. You let go of him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This is great. I'm so glad we went with these two being together.
It's just literally, this guy is just like, Timmy. And he fucking elbows you in the fucking face as he pushes you off of him.
I'll
Let me
happily
Mortar and
take
Poverty are just listening to elevator music, just.
And now it's our turn to be like, I wonder if they're still doing okay.
mushroom cloud. I will happily take the elbow in my error.
You know what? It's just like, that's fair.
No, you're totally right.
You guys want to roll me a diplomacy check before he makes his attack, so that he doesn't fucking come at you?
Persuasion.
No, I totally have
Or
it coming to me.
persuasion,
I totally have it coming to me. I'll take it.
because otherwise he's gonna continue attack. He's just gonna continue his onslaught of trying to fight you guys, since you kind of assaulted him.
My mistake.
Now, I've done no damage to him.
Roll that persuasion.
I can roll
He's rolling
persuasion. I lift up my arms and say it's only fair.
I mean, just make
That
the
could be
check,
a
please.
persuasion in itself.
Yeah, that's
I would
enough for
still
a
roll it.
persuasion check.
Yeah. Except that sucks because I'm going to
I
take
laugh if you roll
consequences
super
regardless.
high for it. I will laugh if you roll
You imagine
super
getting a
high
net
for it.
20 on this?
Oh my god, imagine. Nah,
Dead
come on,
average.
you know.
I'll
Dead
take
Actually,
When your
More-
players are like,
middle
it's
of the road.
alright, I deserve it.
I'll take an absolute middle of the road.
He is still hot-headed, but he's more pissed
That's
at Yasha
fine.
for getting punched. So
Ah,
he's gonna turn his wrath towards Yasha instead.
That's fair.
Alright,
Yasha,
solve
what's
your
your
problem.
AC?
Currently 19.
He hits you twice.
I just smushed my funny.
Alright.
That felt bad.
Oh.
After the resistance, you take, you'll take 8 damage on the first. Ooh.
Okay.
And 4 damage on the first, 7 on the second.
Okay.
Alright, guys, book it. Run!
It is your
I mean,
guys'
he's not-
turn. It's just like, how dare you lay your hands on the great warrior Kage.
it's my mistake, sir. We're looking for a criminal that you just happen to fit the description for in your garb.
Just like, I'll show you, criminal.
By the way, Yasha's gonna keep fighting if you don't tell him to run away.
Okay.
It's your turn, Yasha.
Okay.
This man has struck you twice with his katana, albeit to less effect.
Does Chiron say anything?
I hold out my hand. I'm like, you are totally within bounds to beat the ever loving shit out of this man. He attacked you. He attacked you in cold blood.
Oh my lord.
Well, alright then.
Uh-oh.
That probably won't hit.
No, it will not.
Are you throwing my child under the bus?
No. I'm teaching him a valuable
That will
lesson in
probably-
defending
That
himself.
will, yeah.
Oh my
Half
god.
of that.
That's 5.
5.
And
Little
keep
Bomb can't hear
going.
me right now, but if you hurt Yasha,
I don't know
you
if
get
13 will
Yasha
hit.
hurt.
Probably not.
This
we're
dude
gonna
is
have
more.
words.
To be fair, this dude is more of a
And
risk
no.
hurt than Yasha, I think.
That's, you know, that dude is probably more hurt than Yasha.
Amy definitely has some things to say if she
Yes.
hears about this, though.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's my turn. Not much more I could do. I hit him for a solid 11, but a 2, a 6, and a 3 are not gonna hit.
Okay.
How's he looking?
He's pretty beat up.
How are you looking, Yasha?
I barely scratched.
Now, sir, I implore you, it was just an honest mistake. We'll be out of your hair right now if you simply just leave us be. I'll even give you some gold for the trouble.
Roll persuasion.
Will the gold give him advantage?
I'm gonna take that as a solid no. I have some dumplings, if that makes it any better.
Roll with advantage.
17.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay. Yep. This guy Nat 1. He pretty much is just like
Oh fuck me, dumplings.
he like is about to raise his sword and then he's just like
Fuck me, dumplings.
he's just like I'll
Yeah, exactly.
permit your transgressions this once. Where are your dumplings?
Holy shit, he loves dumplings.
I'm gonna give
This
him
is
2
animation.
dumplings.
All right.
Yasha stops because he's just like,
Honest mistake, my friend.
You guys get surprisingly good fortune for getting yourselves out of situations you put yourselves in.
No, right?
it's magic.
You guys are very lucky for being idiots.
Truly.
I don't suppose you've caught anybody else wearing your similar kind of wardrobe.
He does glare at you as he's like eating. Go ahead and roll me one more persuasion attempt to get him
It's
to
not gonna be good.
at least
Offer
be
more
amicable.
dumplings.
Offer more dumplings.
It's not gonna be good. I have 2 more dumplings to offer. I'll give him one more.
Give him another one. All right,
I'll
that'll
give
be
him one
another
more. So give me
advantage.
advantage.
Oh my god, we
Give him
found the
some
most
more
dumb.
advantage.
I'm gonna go buy more dumplings.
Dude, with the
Something-
nat one, he's the most
something-
dumpling-loving samurai.
Something that I'll bring up again that Vico and I think Date also, well, maybe less Date, more Walter kind of mentioned is that samurai will typically will do stuff if you offer things.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty to offer.
So yeah, go ahead and make your checks.
So a 12.
He's not as amicable about. But he's still glaring at you, but he does take the dumpling.
Totally fair.
He takes a moment to just sort of like unscuff his robes, and he says, "Well, if you must know, we samurai operate within an area of vicinity, and while there are quite a few of us in each area, we try not to wander outside of our own districts." I have no idea why you'd assault me, as I've been trying to attend to my own duties here and cleaning the streets of scum like yourselves.
I beg your pardon, sir, but we are helping an investigation right now.
An investigation, you say? Of what? That's assaulting samurai?
In fact, murdering innocent bystanders.
Go on.
We were under payment to go fetch an item for somebody from a merchant of merry-go-round. When we came across said merchant was found dead, quite viciously, in fact. And there was a report that it was they were murdered by somebody wearing a similar samurai style garb.
I see. So you simply had the poor fortune of bumbling into me and then simply assuming that because I just so happened to be the first samurai you saw, that clearly I was the perpetrator.
Poor fortune indeed. We were following the trail and it was seeming pretty hot for a little bit. We ran out of options, so we took to the skies, and you were the only one that fit the description.
He shakes his head. He says, "You two are terrible investigators."
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Entire party agrees.
It is mighty difficult to find somebody whose only description is samurai-like.
Well, I suppose that is only somewhat fair. There's little to go off of. However, would it perhaps have behooved you to have learned a little bit about the local samurai in the district? You know, we do have our own bit of legacies and stories, and perhaps you could have learned more.
Funny you should mention something like that. Most of the people around here are not very keen on giving information out.
Fair enough. Well, so the city is not exactly a place where things are given freely, after all. He says, and
Indeed.
he stops a moment and eyes your other dumpling.
Indeed.
Clearly implying that he's not gonna talk to you anymore unless you pay up.
This samurai really fucking loves dumplings. That's all I can construe is if you roll a nat 1 on a dumpling check, then you really, really like dumplings.
Would you tell us for a Scooby snack?
Literally that.
It's pretty
Oh
much
my
this
god,
guy.
I can't believe we found Dima but as a samurai.
And instead of sandwiches, it's dumplings.
And instead of a cat, he's a drow.
It's okay, Kyron. You can give him my dumpling. I don't mind.
I look at the dumpling and I look at him. Kage, was it?
Yes, Kage.
How about we take a stroll to the cart where I bought the dumplings, and I'll buy you your fair share, and we have a nice little chat.
Roll with advantage. Persuasion.
It's not gonna be good.
Never know.
Yep,
It's good
it's
enough.
a 9.
It is good enough to persuade him. Says very well. And,
About your business, citizens. Official work here.
yeah. Some of the people look confused, but as soon as it looks like the fight is over, yeah.
People lost interest. Like,
yeah.
it's over.
Ah,
just
they're not
like-
fighting.
There is some disappointed sounds, like, I was hoping they'd kill each other.
God
Nope.
damn it.
Go find yourself in an alleyway or something.
Kage follows you to the merry-go-round,
Mhm.
you know, expecting dumplings.
Dumplings.
Yeah.
And he shall get dumplings.
I returned to the cart and I let him get his fair share. Fair share.
How fair is fair share?
I say I'll start with 10 dumplings.
Wow, that is very fair. Alright, he's just like, alright, what do you wanna? What do
He's
you wanna
really
know?
bribing him. He's like, you know,
Has to be a recurring character, you know? You can't just make a dumpling samurai and never return. Show up again.
Oh right, I have to make a note of this.
Kage the dumpling samurai.
Kage.
Tack-
This guy fucking
Tackled
loves dumplings.
Kage.
Okay, I'm calling it right now. His Haori has, if you look closely, has little dumplings on it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's actually like
Tackled Kage.
it's dumplings and steamed buns as part of his design.
With
A man of
Oh,
fucking
man.
culture.
dumpling.
Because I would have that.
God damn.
All right.
Yasha always comes back with the wildest.
You're
stories.
just. Oh, God.
You said
Yes, we
you
saw-
said it'd be pragmatic of us to learn a little bit about the samurai culture around here. Well, educate us a little bit.
Well, I can't speak for every district, but there's always each of the samurai around here act as a bit of wardens in a sense. We're peacekeepers. Far more efficient than those goon Tetsu guard that seem to work to only really inconvenience people.
You
We're
can agree with that.
we're here to right the wrongs that we catch every day that the Tetsugard seem to just let slip. And however, that being said, we are wandering warriors who also look to test our mettle. And well, if it's not through offerings that you ask of a samurai, it is through battle. So I suppose starting with a fight was also appropriate, albeit a bit underhanded.
Jarring.
Albeit a bit strange and underhanded.
Again, apologies for my crassness. That's kind of the nature of this city, if you'll understand.
You can tell at this point Kage is a bit more composed, and he's just like, he does point and call you. He's like, you guys are villains. However, I'm willing to overlook this because of these dumplings.
10 more dumplings.
Well, can he even eat that many?
He probably won't. He's probably gonna like pack those in a doggy bag.
That's fine. I like this guy.
We all like this guy. Same energy as Sexy Goblin, to be honest. Just like
Same energy, yeah.
Jesus.
Can you imagine telling Lamine about? Yeah, there's just a samurai who fucking loves dumplings.
In
You
any
said
case,
you said opportunities to test your metal, but
indeed.
what opportunity presents itself to test your metal against what seems like a defenseless merchant?
Well, testing our mettle, it would as we are defenders of our districts, we are sure to keep sharp on keep sharp about us, and well, whenever we do happen to come across one another, we tend to test to see who is the stronger, to ensure that we remain strong and vigilant. And so now and again, samurai will come across each other and they'll fight.
And so a merchant is just a casualty of said bout.
Ah, of course not. I'll get to the merchant in a moment. Defending, of course, the people is always something that must be done. At constant under constant vigil. But there's no point in defending others if one can't even hold a blade for themselves.
Interesting.
And so with that, regularly the samurai wander about and contest against each other, as well as putting down the various villains in the district. Of course, we're not above also currying favors for others.
Naturally.
If someone comes calling for help, we're here before the Tetsugard arrive to come for aid.
Money talks, and money comes in many forms.
I suppose in one way you could call it that. In any case, whoever had slew this poor merchant was surely not part of my area, or if it was, I don't regularly frequent the merry-go-round outside of whenever the vendor comes to the northern part of the merry-go-round strip.
How many areas are there?
Well, within this district, there's only really 3. It's the north, south, and the east.
And each of those will have a chapter of samurai?
Well, each area has its handful of would-be samurai and wandering warriors that hope to aspire to be great and powerful, but of course, there's only really one samurai that dominates the area.
I lean in close.
Well, I am Kage. I am the warden of the north area of this district. The west district is frequently patrolled by another samurai by the name of Kaze. Very unfortunately jarring names, and I've taken great issue with him. I've told him numerous times to change his name for his sake, and yet we simply can't come to any agreeable terms. The strange man. Lastly, we have South District, which is wardened and patrolled by Fuyuto. I won't say these are the only samurai in the area, however, these are the strongest samurai. myself included, in their number.
Of course. That we could plainly see. Do you do you samurai folk have any calling cards that you like to leave as kind of a symbol of your work?
No need. People know us. We're just simply part of the communities.
Anybody around that you know of that has calling cards or strange tendencies?
Well, the locals know us fairly well, and we'll have an idea of where we are. Of course, we can't always be in the same places every day. Well, we can only cover so much ground, and it would make us too predictable for our enemies.
Right. Just figured that it might be a silly little thing that somebody would be into. But also, your kind are not not oft to carry guns on you, huh?
Not all of them, though some samurai may. I can't speak for every samurai to carry what they have. Some carry swords, some carry guns, some carry a collection of things. I've once heard from a district from Hanging Garden that toted around an axe, as strange as that sounds.
Oh
But
shit!
if it's what they carry, that's what they carry.
So, let me tell you this, because you seem pretty familiar with the area, and maybe you'll know something.
Very well.
The body of the merchant had these strange punctures in the thumbs, and can't quite figure out why somebody would do something like that.
Strange punctures in their thumbs, you say?
Indeed. Amidst several other things, the man was stabbed half a dozen times in the chest and finished off with a gunshot wound straight through the skull. Very messy ordeal indeed.
Kage ponders this description for a while, and he thinks deeply about it, and he shakes his head. That sounds like quite a gruesome end. However, there's no points to anything I can think of. However, I can at least say one thing. If this was the work of somebody, it wasn't a samurai. Not an honorable, if any. It's not uncommon for samurai to take their issues with people who they would defend, only for the fact that they've been revealed to be corrupted and wicked. However, even in the cases they would put down a merchant for being a wicked man, they wouldn't do so in such a messy manner.
I see. And Chiron just kind of sits and thinks for a little bit.
Samurai are quick, we are clean, efficient. We're not like the ruffians that think they run this city.
Mm-hmm. I haven't gotten the chance to get to know you. I can see why. I can see now that somebody with the description of a samurai for a murder as bloody as that is very puzzling.
Indeed. If there's anyone I could think that I would pin it on for if I were to come to the conclusion that it were somehow a samurai, it would be that brute Kaze.
Don't suppose it'd be any easier to track him down and question him.
Well, as I've mentioned before, we're simply wandering warriors. We turn up where we turn up. However, we do try not to go far outside of our areas of patrol. Outside of, unless we're looking for the other samurai, which can happen.
What about the other one, Fuito?
Fuito. Well, I've taken to avoiding him whenever possible. He often comes looking to test his mettle, but never troubles any of the people. I couldn't imagine a man like him to be the type to cause gruesome, bloody killings, even if there was somebody who rightly deserved it.
In Chiron's head, suspect number one.
Perhaps I should elaborate more. You see, we samurai, as we travel and fight more and more villains and test our mettle against others, we try and attempt to develop the strongest fighting style with our blade. Of course, to prove ourselves as warriors.
Nodding, nodding.
For you see, only the one can prove themselves to be great and powerful warriors by creating their own by creating a fighting style so powerful that they become the greatest master of it.
Nodding, nodding.
Sounds like Jin.
Through these fights, through these many trials, it is how we learn to become more powerful warriors. That's how we truly show our greatness. And of course, we in turn turn this greatness to help the people. For if we are the greatest swordsmen in the city, we can be its greatest defenders. Far greater than these than these dogs the Tetsu guards send.
So I poke my chin a couple of times, just kind of like racking my brain about it. So given the information that we've all shared here together, what do you think would be our next best move?
If you're looking to find a samurai, I suggest you either track down either Fuyuto or that oaf Kaze.
No leads on either of them.
We'll be in the west and southern regions. However, you've the only thing I can tell you is that you'll inevitably run into them, unless you feel like causing more villainous trouble.
No. I think we've caused our fair share, and gotten quite the result out of it, if I do say so. I do appreciate your time, friend. Truly.
You roll a die.
Just one die.
Single die.
Kage does make mention. If you do happen to decide to look into Kaze, it has been some time since I've tested my own metal. Perhaps with a reason, I may perhaps be what's the best way to put it?
Come on.
Persuaded to help search for him.
Oh god, there's just gonna be a cease-my search by the time we're done.
You raised an interesting offer, friend.
Oh, he wants more dumpling.
What's the price?
More dumplings.
Yeah, more dumplings. I'll have one more helping of dumplings.
I raise my hand.
Yo, this dumpling cart is making some bank from like some random person just bought 30 dumplings or whatever.
Hell yeah.
That dude's,
All right.
I think
that dude's
so,
probably
yeah.
sweating with having to make so many too.
Yep. This guy's gonna be eating for like a week.
I put my hand not aggressively, but kind of in like a brotherly fashion on his shoulder. Friend, you got yourself a deal. Although, give me a day or two. We need to reconvene with the rest of our party. I have a feeling that we're gonna need a
Don't
lot
drag
more
us
than
into
just
this.
straight muscle on this one.
Don't drag mom and dad into this. And daughter.
I think mom and dad do need to be involved in this,
Mom,
to be
dad,
fair.
and daughter are gonna get dragged into this.
Okay, just don't drag poverty into this. Don't drag daughter into this.
The family
Poverty.
is getting pulled into this.
I don't
Yeah.
put my hands on anybody that doesn't ask for it,
I don't think he asked
unless
for
I suspect they're criminal.
Press X to doubt.
No.
In any
That
case,
gift.
Kaze is in agreement. He says,
Kage.
"Very well. I shall meet you at the western entrance of the merry-go-round in a day's time. I'm assuming not a Brosnov day's time, in a normal day's time. 'Cause-
24 hours.
yeah,
Hey,
in
it's
24
normal
hours.
time.
Oh my god! I just saw all the fucking gifts that Shadow posted. Holy
Jesus
shit!
Christ.
That's funny. All right, thanks again, friend. And once again, can't apologize enough for the inconvenience we have given you today.
Indeed. You're villainous, but you may yet perhaps be redeemable. We shall see in good time. He says this as he packs his fucking 30 dumplings.
Just
Yasha will give his own heartfelt apology. Like, sorry, Mr. Kage.
He nods.
Sorry for beating the shit out of you.
Sorry for punching the ever-loving Christ out of you.
Pretty much, just I'm very sorry.
as he walks away, he'd be like, that was a good time. That was.
God.
He does, with that, he says one last thing before parting ways with you, which is to say, should we come across, Kage in due time, do be sure to let me test my metal against his before anything.
Oh, don't worry, friend. You guys sound like you have plenty of history to work through. I'm just here to collect the scraps.
Indeed. Well, and hopefully in this case, I can beat enough sense into him to where he'll actually change his damned old name.
I'll bring
It's
I'll
confusing
bring
enough
the
that
popcorn.
We're so close to our names are so close together. In any case, well, take care and have safe travels then. Cause no
Safe
more
travels
trouble.
to you, friend. Ah, wouldn't think of it.
Oh, too late for that.
See that GIF right there? Yeah. Yeah.
You realize we're in 2 news articles now, right?
Oh boy.
Local man buys out the fucking entire dumpling stand.
I'm gonna like quickly wrap my arm around Yasha's neck. Boy, this was a good day indeed.
Boy.
Yasha's not really understanding. He's like, okay, yeah.
Oh boy.
Come on. I get up from the stand and I put a little more gold to tip the restaurant for being such good sports about making 30 dumplings.
Yeah, it's like a pair of cooks that are like pushing this cart, by the way, and they're just like, Jesus Christ, man.
How much? do
But
you
like,
want
we're
me
not
to take
complaining
away
about
for
the thing.
Shit, dude. If I was those
See.
2 chefs, I would look at my other friend and be like, yo, you want to close up early today?
Yeah, they're pretty much just like this. After they're done serving you, they put up a little like on break sign.
And they're just like, yo.
As I
We're
recall,
done.
it was like 3 gold for the 6 dumplings that I bought, or something
Yeah,
close to that.
They're like 2 gold a pop, I think. 'Cause they're big
Yeah.
ass dumplings.
Yeah. So, how much do you want me to take away?
60 gold, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Paid 60 gold for dumplings. You fed this fucking man.
No, I paid 60 gold for information.
It was a good information.
Small
that's
price
fair.
to pay for learning about the samurai.
That's true because in the Tales campaign, they're the person that does information, and she charges 100 gold each. So
Wow, those are
I mean, granted-
expensive ass dumplings.
yeah, or well, that's specifically because she didn't think Mira would do it,
That's
Huh.
her
and
mistake.
she thought wrong.
That was her mistake.
It's not a mistake she'll do again.
You know what? That's fair.
You know what she didn't yet to have? These bomb-ass dumplings.
Yeah.
You know-
Chiron the Fool, indeed. I slam my hands on the bar stand or whatever. I say, "Come on, boy, we gotta go back and report to mom and dad."
That sounds like a good idea. Just gets up and follows.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Speaking of mom and dad,
You guys
You
take
realize
the-
it, like, in one day we scrambled with the
you've done
Tetsuga.
a lot in one day. You have done a lot in your outing.
Got talk to Date, get stuck in that, find a random samurai, beat the shit out of him.
As whenever you tell Lamine this story, her face is just gonna go deeper and deeper into her palms, just like
Dude, Yasha's gonna tell the story like a kid, doing a
Uh,
run-on sentence, because it pretty much is.
You did what?
You
And
did
then
what?
what? And then what?
Chiron kicks his feet up, smoking a cigar.
And then I leaped an 8-foot tall building, and
In any case,
That-
you guys head back.
Yes.
You returned without any trouble.
Good.
Guard got
For
called
once.
out. The Tenta guard get called out, and there's a bit of more security at the train stations, but for some strange reason. But you know, that aside, you don't have any trouble.
most interesting that there are more Tetsuguard.
It's just more
Remember
Tenta
these
guard.
bloodstains being on the train last time?
Well, it's a different
More-
train, but
more-
you know.
Oh, okay, that's fair. It's still.
But the train stations now suspiciously have slightly more guards.
I tell
Instead of
Yasha,
like a
more,
guard, there's like all 4 of them.
I tell Yasha, more interesting yet that they're not busting us for no reason.
I mean,
Thank goodness for that.
Don't jinx it now.
you had to say it. You had to say it.
I had to.
That's when one of the Tetsuguard's like, don't I recognize you? And it's like, oh, time to run.
It's like, wait a minute, you're from the article. Didn't you assault that samurai?
Starts running.
Wow, that was fast.
That's a fast article.
Yeah.
Word gets
man,
around
damn.
quick.
Those journalists are swift.
The only thing more dangerous than gangs and assassins are and the samurai are the goddamn journalists.
They're so hungry for stories, they'll do anything.
I'll just buy them dumplings.
If the news could kill you, man, you'd be fucking dead.
The Tommy Gun
If the
news.
news doesn't kill you.
In any case, yeah.
Excellent.
You make your way back with no trouble at all.
Good.
It's another.
For once.
I keep forgetting the cost of the fare.
Like
5
5
gold?
gold.
Yeah, it's another
Yeah.
5 gold.
That's still
A small
pricey.
price to pay compared to my fucking dumplings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60 fucking gold for dumplings. And
Hey man,
Hey man, you basically hired the samurai for on a discount
Yeah.
with that.
it's true. I not only got information and helped out a small business, but I got a temporary party member.
Yeah, no kidding.
For
I
only
gotta-
60 gold, I think that's a big plus.
I mean, granted, that 60 gold was in the form of dumplings, but man,
Yeah.
that man
Plus-
loves dumplings.
Yep.
Plus, you also assaulted him as well.
You got away with
Yeah.
actually assaulting him.
Virtually got away with murder.
Well.
Oh,
Attempted
well.
That's
Some
for next
guy-
session.
Some guy did, because we didn't catch him.
murder. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
And you ran into Calic, sort of.
Sort of.
Those
Oh, right.
gifts that I shared, that's what I imagined when you were having your little wrestling match with them.
I mean, that's exactly what was happening.
Oh yes, I see you know your judo well.
I swear to God, only this side of the party can, in the same span of breath of getting into a fight with someone, beating the heck out of them, get the heck beaten out of them, turns around and goes, all right, we're done. And just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And then,
Like I said,
and as Nuffle says, Nuffles goes, yeah, sure, you're done.
as I said,
Why not?
these two are really fortunate in getting themselves out of situations they put themselves in. Whether on accident or on purpose,
You're really.
Yasha blundering his way through 2 mugging attempts.
Blundering his way through a crime scene to get to the front.
Yeah, a crime scene, an assault, just
Bouncing out of a literal fight.
Yeah.
what a madhouse.
I would just like to say, for as chaotic this party has been, they've only committed 2 crimes so far. One is stealing from that lady, which
And assault.
and assaulting a samurai.
Assaulting a random person.
If you count the murder and execution, because that was straight up murder,
Well,
3.
I would count
I
that.
don't-
I would count. Well, as the Tetsu guard, they would count Chiron's actions as disruption of justice.
alright, so 3 for sure, maybe Morderins, but I don't know about that one.
Maybe trespassing for the roof, but that's.
Ah,
Who gives a shit about that?
Like that,
I
that's
would
the
count
that's the
stealing.
unfollowed law. It's a law that nobody fucking follows, so it's not really. It's you know. It's like
I guess
a
there's
keep off the grass
trespassing for
sign.
Yasha. Because he goes through people's shit like Vaiko does now.
Yep, you are
Great.
climbing on roofs you're not allowed to be on.
And through
I-
people's rooms.
Yeah.
If they have
Alright,
the door
so
and window open, then I'm just going through there.
So since we've gotten to Brosnan, we've committed significantly more crimes. Wonderful.
You have committed about 100% more crimes since coming here. You're just
granted,
as
they
well,
also
I
have,
see.
Yep.
100% would be
basically.
one more crime.
Oh, well,
Granted,
no.
they've
Got to hit-
also
got like
we've also
5
got 100% more laws to follow.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more things to follow along with, but yes, you are breaking a lot more. You are committing a lot more crimes.
Well.
I have committed no crime.
Yeah, definitely.
You assaulted a samurai, and you also
not.
you also hazarded a. You also tampered with an investigation scene, technically.
I did not bloody that samurai.
He's
Did-
true.
You did tackle him. That is assault.
And I let him go when I figured out I was wrong.
Still technically an assault.
Still assault.
Turns out assault is still assault.
Well,
Nah.
I made reparations for it.
It's true that man loves dumplings.
You did
you
pay
love
him in
dumplings.
dumplings, so there's that. He'll be patching his bruises with dumplings.
Well-
He'll eat the pain away.
I'm just calling it my way of stiff arming my way to the next part.
Jesus Christ.
It's good stiff
Well,
arming.
Definitely helpful.
God,
quite-
Yasha and Kyron are gonna come up to an empty nest. It'll be weird. Like, why aren't they back yet?
Maybe Tess is there.
Oh, yeah, sure. But I mean,
Or
you know.
Tetsu or Vaiko. Yeah, and they'll just chill there because we're gonna need help for an assault. Probably.
Yes.
Yep. So you guys come back and you share your stories with Vaiko and Tessa.
Oh, do we get to roleplay that out, or are we just like gonna magic finger it? Because I really want to see the Yasha do it all in one breath thing.
Oh God.
Save that for mom and dad and sister.
Yeah, I'll save that for mom and dad. But for
Yeah.
now, like,
We can
Yeah.
shorthand for the NPCs, and when you guys link up, that'll be we'll do the formal.
Yeah. I think that's
and then Lamine could just like slowly melt with every passing sentence.
As you, I'll include Roland in on this as well, just 'cause why not? But yeah, you catch up on the gang, and or at least on
It'll
the-
be in
on
that
the
Yasha
NPCs.
special storytelling, by the way. So no details are omitted, but man.
Tessa has a mix of genuine concern and like disdain, just like what the hell's wrong with you two? Vaiko is absolutely loving it though. Roland has
He's
a
just like,
mix of
"Holy
just
shit."
like Roland is like a mix of amaze and just confusion.
I feel like he's probably getting used to this sort of thing from our
Yeah.
group at this
Roll-
point.
Insanity.
Roland,
Just like,
Roland
you
is
know-
like this is just he's like, look, these guys
Oh.
do some weird wild shit. This is
If I had
impressive, but
If you had told me this 3 months ago, I'd be really worried. This is just par for the course at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's more impressed than actually like he's more impressed than actually like terrified. He's just like, wow, okay. Can't
Chiron's
believe
being
you
like
punched
this.
out a samurai and then made up for him by paying him off 30 dumplings.
You realize that was like 3 rounds, right? So it was like they fought for literally like 12 to 18 seconds, and then they're like, "Okay, we're done."
Spent half a minute just punching the shit out of him and like punching.
It's
and
not
grabbing
even
him.
half a minute. It was like a third of a minute at
Yep.
best.
Call that efficiency.
They just get into a scuffle. A few seconds later, they're just like sitting at the dumpling bin or dumpling stand, and everyone's just like, "What just happened?"
Wild.
Yeah, Vaiko is absolutely like loving this story. He's like, wow,
He's
that's
like, "Holy
amazing."
shit!"
If he's laughing over it, I'm like busting my ass over it too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, you don't even know the best part about it. This kid jumped like 70 feet in the air. That shit was wild.
Jesus.
Tessa's just shaking her head and like, Staffus really knows how to pick him, I guess. Once again, goes back to the where does he find these fucking people?
We came across this one asshole. I ain't never laid eyes on the dude, but gave me
But-
some big jeebies. Woo.
Oh, that was that assassin guy. I
Yeah,
gotta watch
that
out for
dude.
them.
Assassin.
His name is
You said his name was like Cass something. I don't remember.
thinks about it.
Yeah, I ain't never seen the guy before. It was a drow. Boy was telling me that
Oh,
they
what was
had
his
they
name?
had
What was actually his name again? Just like
Calic.
Calic. Thank
Yeah.
you. He says like, I actually forgot. It's like, oh yeah, that's Calic.
yeah, that's
We
it. That's what it was.
we fought him once. Kind of scary guy.
Dude gave me the heebie-jeebies. I tell you what, something awful.
Well, yep, Calic is a monster. He's definitely one of them scarier dudes.
Wonder what he's doing.
Well, just like everybody else, he's a citizen of Brosnov, so I'm sure he's got his own
Oh.
reasons.
DJ Calic.
Oh, make me choke on that one.
God damn it.
What?
The
I
fucking
said
DJ
DJ
Cat,
Calic.
Jesus. DJ Calic.
That's his. That's where he was going. He was going to his night job at the club.
He's going to his night job. Well,
Yeah.
whatever he is, I'm glad that he at least didn't cause you guys trouble. Hopefully he's not behind any of whatever happened with this murder. And Tessa,
Who's
that
did it?
does make Tessa a little bit sad, and she's just like, the poor man.
He didn't deserve to die, but I wonder who'd killed him. That's just
Sure.
awful.
Especially as brutal as the man went. I don't know what crimes he could have committed as a simple merchant, but truly nobody deserves a death like that.
Vico does think on it for a while, and he's like, I wonder if a samurai really did kill him.
Man had a gunshot wound, bunch of stabbings in the chest, a couple what looked like needle punctures in the thumbs. It was just crazy. You
Needle
figure you
punctures?
stab a guy one time, that's it. He'd be done and done.
Huh. You say needle punctures? Vico's asking.
Yeah,
his thumb.
I caught a glimpse of it. He had it right in his thumbs.
All uniform too.
Strange. I've seen those before. I've come across some murders like that before, but I've never really associated that with samurais.
Hmm. What are you
Seemed
talking
pretty odd to us.
Yeah, it's not a frequent thing, but it has happened. It does happen every now and again. A body will turn up, and some damage will happen to their thumbs, either severed or just punctures like that.
Hmm. You think it's like somebody's calling card?
Vico shrugs and just like, Doesn't happen very often, but every now and again we catch it on the news.
Well, it was a strange thing to look at indeed. And that samurai we were talking to didn't seem to have any leads on it either.
This Kage fella sounds funny.
Oh man.
He does
Dude.
love his dumplings, not sagely.
Tessa does kind of scold you guys, and she's like, "What did I tell you? Don't trouble yourselves with samurai. They're greedy."
It was no trouble. Dude hits like a bitch anyway.
Oh my.
But a real funny guy. I'm glad he's on our side.
Oh
It's a hell of a way to put it.
Jesus.
I mean, the
Rolling-
boy told me himself. Said he was hardly scathed.
He kind of is hardly scared, but Yasha retorted like, but two people I consider pretty good are samurai. Which is just say Date and Kage now.
Yeah. Date and Kage. What,
And
no
he's just
Jin?
like he doesn't hang out with Jin enough. He's hung out with Gilbud way more than Jin.
That's fair.
If he
Jin
hangs out with Jin and they actually hit it off, then maybe there'll be 3 samurai. But I don't know how much Lamine and Mortar and Prophet would be like, yeah.
All these samurai and nothing but trouble.
It's like Yasha's hanging out with the samurai.
I assure you, I don't think that those people are going to be terribly happy about Yasha hanging
Especially,
out.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
especially if like somehow Jin is just like, wow, this Yasha kid's pretty cool.
Mm.
Then there's gonna be trouble.
Hands him a piece
Yeah.
of candy.
Oh,
He's gonna
sweet,
lose that
thanks.
hand.
I'm gonna bite it off.
He's gonna lose the other hand too.
I was gonna say, he's just gonna have troubling news one day. Yasha will get back. He's like, oh, hey, Yasha, where you been? It's just like, oh, I've been just out hanging. Yeah, out hanging out with Jin. Is like, Jin, what are you doing with him? Well, he fed me some pretty cool sesame cookies.
God.
Like, well, time to go commit a murder.
Morden's all for it. Poverty, you in?
Oh yeah.
Well, Roland catches you guys up on what the other half of the group has been up to, as well as what he's been up to. Which is to say, trying to find some promising leads, which is proving to be rather difficult, even with his connections, because it's hard to find people you can trust these days. And on a matter
Yeah.
so dangerous as this, it's, security really has to be, like, there's an extra level of security that Roland's going out of his way for, so it's like, he can't, even his most reliable guys aren't quite reliable at the moment. Because, yeah, more people knowing about Star Silver is bad.
True.
Yeah.
And Roland is taking his utmost care to make sure that that is not,
The case.
the case. So, with that in mind, he, he's taking some extra time. He does make mention that of where the other three went, or at least where, he's like, yeah, they went to the Hanging Gardens. Don't know where don't know what business exactly for, but they said they'd be back in time.
I wish I could tell them to buy me some plants.
Oh, perhaps you'll make another visit there in time. Oh, unless you want to go there now. Although, you guys realize it's only been it has been almost 2 days now since you've arrived, right?
Nods.
Yeah. I suggest maybe you get some rest before you,
Really?
really start feeling the fatigue.
Yeah.
Yes, it has
Yeah,
been.
actually, it's only been 2
It is
days.
Yeah.
It is a. It
Kyron
is-
has been the only person that's actually slept.
And I don't even need to sleep.
Man,
Actually,
not aware of that.
I was gonna say, didn't everyone sleep?
I
No,
don't know.
No.
Nobody rested.
We set up the
Nobody rested.
rooms, but didn't really do anything to them.
Yeah.
Y'all goofed around mostly.
That's
Yep.
true.
I'm a hammer on the table. Hey Tessa.
Manners.
What do you call him?
I just every time, just start laughing.
If you break my table, you're buying me a new one, by the way.
Simmer down, simmer down. I just want to know when the others are going.
I'm not too sure. It probably won't be back till, probably till the latter half of this day.
Turn off to the side. Boy, are we doing anything else today?
He's debating whether to actually go to the Hanging Gardens or not. How long would that take?
It'd be a couple hours trip.
Couple hours.
I will say this: if you continue from this point, you will be taking fatigue because
Yeah,
you've been awake for like 30 hours.
forever.
Because like I said, you guys are in the Brosnov daytime nighttime cycle, and that's a different
Yep.
Said it
beast.
was gonna mess Lamine up.
Yeah.
It's gonna mess all of you guys up.
Well, Morderin, it's fine.
Maybe less other people used to it, but
Yeah. But Morderin being up is that's on purpose.
I'm sure.
But yeah.
So we ain't doing nothing, boy.
Nah, probably not.
Right. I'm gonna take a nap while we wait for Mom and Dad to get back.
Oh my god, he's been calling us mom and dad. Fuck.
Wonderful.
Well, I mean, literally everyone is pretty much just like looks at you two, mom and dad.
Mom and dad.
Yeah. Team mom, team dad. Yeah.
go in my room, barricade the door, set a trap for the window.
Was waiting for the.
Did the barricade's door.
And I sit down with my ears just like blazoned at the window.
How old is Margaret?
Old.
Like 400 years old?
No, he's only
Oh.
203.
Like 400 years old?
Might as well be for us people that live a normal age.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
When I
relative.
say that he's older than everyone else combined, he's older than everyone combined, except possibly Kyron. I think
Yeah.
Kyron has a similar age.
Yeah, I have a number for my age.
A number.
How old is Yasha?
Triple digits.
He's
Just
like
now?
19.
For sure, triple digits.
At least he thinks
Okay.
he's 19.
Close enough.
He's only counting his age by the number of summers he remembers,
Like
Fair
which you don't know anymore because it turns out he's missing a very large part of his memory. So
You know what? Fair.
That's right.
so 19 question mark?
Possibly more.
Imagine.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Well, I think with that, I'm gonna cap it off here for the night. Since
Yep.
I did intend to try and get this session ended a little earlier, which ended up not being the case.
not at all. Not even remotely.
Not even close. Oh well.
Attempts were made.
Attempts
Whether or not
were
Yeah.
this
made.
is a separate matter entirely.
Yeah.
Yep, fate said no, and I like to run my session the way. I like to run my session at least the minimum time, and 3.5 hours is about a safe minimum time.
Yeah, that is fair.
We'll have to wait until next week for.
Yeah, you have
Yep.
to wait till next week to see Morderon's parents, possibly.
Yep.
We don't know what's coming out of that door.
I think it'll be great to have it as a fresh start.
Yeah.
And like Mordor's parents being the first focal point of the session.
Yeah.
I
It'll be an interesting point to jump from, for sure.
Yes.
By the way, because it was brought up, and I actually don't know, and I'm curious, how old was Poverty then? Does
25.
Poverty know roughly?
She's 25.
Okay.
And Ophelia is around Yasha's age.
Okay.
Well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and probably just toss another raid at Blue's channel, just because it's usually my go-to.
Raider shoots a nuke at it.
Oh.
Raider.
So send you guys that way. But yeah, thank you guys so much for popping in and checking out the stream. Or if you're watching the VOD, thanks for checking out the VOD. Hope you guys have a wonderful night and a great week. Take care, guys.
That poor
Later.
samurai though. I do
Yeah.
feel bad for bludgeoning the shit out of him.
Alright. I gotta go.
Just before you leave, Was, just want to know, did we